when it comes to town names, when it comes to people names, and having to figure all that stuff out, I just don't have the time for it. So I'm just kind of taking stories that are already written and then making them work for our campaign setting. We're probably going to do a more in-depth introduction of our first 5 levels, and we'll do that later. But for now, I think we'll go around the table and introduce our characters, say your name and your character, and a little bit of a backstory. It doesn't have to be too long, but just a little bit about your character. Why don't we go ahead and start with Kelly?
Oh, okay. Obviously, my name's Kelly. I play Peliel, a drow elf. Well, yeah, obviously drow. Drow rogue/warlock. It's been kind of more of a mystery to the group, I guess, in terms of background and what's been going on with him.
He's a rogue with a dark past.
He's a patron to the Raven Queen. So we took a bit of that from the Unearthed Arcana and put that into it.
Well, now it's official, but we're using the Unearthed Arcana version because it wasn't official when we first started, and we liked the Unearthed Arcana version a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. So it's been an interesting voyage for Peliel, getting to know everybody and go from the unknown to warming up and making friends with everyone.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. All right, Nicole.
Hi, my name is Shiny, and I play Omaceran, who is a changeling bard. She loves to really mess with people and just goof around. She can be quite a ditz sometimes, but in a good way. And some may disagree, but she's
only put us in life and death situations twice.
Twice.
That's too stressed.
But I think she's quite lovable. She just really enjoys being around people, and
I think my favorite moments of you playing Omaceran, is when I ask you what you want to do. And one of the things that I ask is like, okay, do you want to stay back and hang out and wait for everybody else, or do you want to go knock on that door? Yeah, I'm gonna go knock on that door. That's my favorite response to this run. I'm just gonna do this. I don't care.
I'm down.
All right, Cameron.
All right, my name is Chewie. I play a Minotaur barbarian named Wungon. I'm pretty much, I don't know what everyone thinks of me as the Minotaur Barbarian. I love playing it because I've looked at further in the levels and it looks like it's going to be really nice and real fun. I can't wait.
Until you die.
What?
I think we saved our best.
Barbarians never
Never
die.
die.
It's a bad omen on the horizon for you, man. Just say no.
All right, Troy.
Alrighty, I'm Troy. Hi, up there. I'm Tugal, a Warforged Artificer who kind of woke up randomly in the middle of the jungle, and all he had was a bag of supplies randomly just thrown in front of him next to a skeleton with an artifact in its chest. And he doesn't really know what's going on. He's just trying to figure out who he is, trying to figure out where he came from. He also really likes animals. Animals don't really like him, though, so yeah, it's a very unfortunate situation. But I'm also technically a companion character to Shannon's character, who I'll let her introduce her character. But her character found me in the jungle, and we've been going on this adventure to figure out who the heck I am. And we've had a lot of crazy visions of a guy, his family, his dog, and a group of cultists. So it's been pretty interesting so far.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
It's nothing big, just a lot of crazy,
You know
sad
how to
things.
cook from it.
Yeah, I know how to cook despite not having any sense of smell or taste.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's really nice. And that's my character.
Well, apparently it sounds pretty echoey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it'll take some time to fix all the echoey.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. It might be because of we have both. Actually, I think it's because the Yeti's picking up everybody, including you.
It is.
That is possible.
Oh. Oh, so maybe both mics are.
I can move this one a little bit farther away, but
Well,
You can just
it's
put it behind
more
your head.
Case of that picking you up. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to unfortunately have a little bit of echo for the moment.
Yeah.
Still
It's
figuring
okay.
out this
It's our
format.
first time doing the stream with
Yeah.
the whole group, so there's gonna be little issues back there and there.
yeah. Our goal, our hope is to just get better every single time we stream, so that it'll all improve eventually. All right, Shannon.
Alrighty, well, I'm Shannon. My character is Tulah. She's a turtle lady, and she's a ranger beastmaster. And she is she's like slightly eccentric. She likes to pick up like flowers and little things that she finds, stick them in her shell for decoration and stuff like that. And she hangs out with Tugal, as he mentioned, and they met each other in the jungle where she had been wandering around for a large portion of her life. And they kind of just have been going on adventures together and ran into the group here and became a part of this group. So,
Alrighty, my character's name is Chakora, and she's played by none other than me, Mary. And I am a snowy owl Aarakocra from the Cloud area. So I'm not super familiar with like the actual plane of existence we're on right now, but I've been a part of it for a while. So I was pretty much brought here by some divine entity intervention by actually the goddess Salune herself. So I'm on a mission to essentially find what's been forgotten or what's been lost. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly what is my mission. But right now, definitely I'm on a mission to complete all the flanges for a piece that will restore like a gateway, essentially. So my character is a little strange and definitely has a strange sense of fashion, to say the least. So I like rocking all the cool stuff, I guess you could say, including my white wolf cowl. But yeah, that's pretty much my character, and I really love playing her. And she loves playing with radiant magic. I think that's my favorite thing to do is be like holy magic. So as a cleric, of course.
Holy water!
Okay, now my favorite character. of
Hi,
our group.
my name is Ted, and I play Aziraphale. I hail from the Zilon Reach deep within the mountains, and I am wanting to become my own hero. I hail from creatures who have slain a pit fiend years ago, and I am in search of my own holy grail of victories, and I have a terrible sense of financial responsibilities. I
To say no the least.
I am currently wearing a stylish cowboy hat that we found on a recent adventure, and
I was not
look,
aware.
I look fantastic in it.
You do.
And yeah, I am an Aarakocra as well. I am an Aarakocra as well. I am a bald eagle variant, and I learned my common from a traveling salesman, which is why I sound ridiculous.
Okay. That's clever.
Yes, so we have two Aarakocras in this group, which I'm gonna just say it now. Not a lot of DMs like Aarakocras. In fact, a lot of DMs ban Aarakocras from their games, and here we are with two of them. So it's fun. I think you set the bar for encounters higher for everybody.
Yes.
So
I try to make up.
Oh, so
for
we're
that,
blaming
but-
them.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, stop blaming me.
I think that's where the idiots come from. A very strange bird, have very strange tactics of tackling those situations.
Yeah, so these are the Fearless Brave Idiots, brought to you by Shiny. The FBI, as they commonly refer to themselves.
FBI! FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
Oh, it's
Yep.
like a badge. Oh yeah, it's like a badge.
Oh, wow.
I didn't
Would you
even
like to
think
say
about
that?
that. Oh my god.
Jen, would you like to say you're the one that
Guys, check out these
designed
awesome
this?
posters you can defile with your wet drinks. Or badges. They can be badges.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. We usually go through a recap.
There we go.
We're going to recap just kind of a little bit of the last couple of games, but not too far, so that we can get through tonight's game as well. But while I do that, you guys can all have inspiration for our first in-person game. I only have 6 tokens, so
There you go.
Oh.
someone's left out.
Yay.
Sorry.
No, 2 for me.
I think I had 7 at one point, but I don't know where it is.
Probably one of our sessions when we were all together. Probably one of us
Oh,
actually kept one.
Dude.
Who knows?
All right, so last couple sessions, the Fearless Brave Idiots decided to split up. One team went over to Leylon to meet with the Tinkerer Master Talk. Along the way, they encountered a lighthouse that was infested with Sahujian. I don't know exactly how to say it, but that's what I'm going to say for now. And they met the giant crab Scuttle, who was a little bit helpful in...
Hey,
More
use
than a
MVP.
little bit.
I jumped in voice chat and heard that. I
He
was like,
was
what the world am I
legit.
hearing?
So he was looking to get the magical conch shell for his master so that she could pass to the afterlife. And the group decided to help him out in that regards, as well as they stopped one of these ongoing storms over this area of the Sword Coast. So they ended up destroying a still beating heart in the lighthouse that was some sort of ritual that was causing this storm. And as soon as they destroyed it, the storm evaporated. They met some familiar people in Leylon, and then ventured back over to Phandalin. Meanwhile, the other group, Wungon, Chakora, and Aziraphale, they asked their friend, the red and gold dragonborn Durfrost, to help them defeat a dragon on Icefire Hold. And while doing this, they met a Goliath named Rocco and a female, kind of white-haired, porcelain-skinned individual named Hedrun. She was all too eager to have them help fight the dragon and get rid of the dragon, or perhaps be some sort of meal for the dragon. She kind of lured them up to the rooftop, and they talked with Cryobane. Aziraphale kind of had this other mission to infuse his sword with dragon's breath magic.
How did he do it? He let the dragon breathe on all his friends while he set the sword
Yeah.
on the ground.
Oh my
Yeah.
Sounds like a zero.
That did
So the battle ensued, and eventually all of the individuals fell except for Wungon, who was holding on for dear life. And Wungon managed to muster the strength to finally deal the final blows to Cryobane the dragon.
I was happy to kill that thing.
They ventured back down to Phandalin from Icefire Hold. Oh, before that, that's right, you had another encounter with some sort of decayed and skeletal figure clothed in red that popped up behind Hedrun. and his words were, "Champion of Arel, it is time to play." And she disappeared into a metallic flask. And Rocco attempted to try to do something to rescue him, but he just kind of flipped him off, and he fell face. Yeah. He just fell to the ground, and then he disappeared out of sight with Hedron.
Well, we dug through the ice.
Yep. You guys gathered up treasure, lots of treasure from the White Dragon. And I think you're probably going to divvy that up at some point. I'll probably need to give that to you.
I have
those details again. You guys came down back to Phandalin. You all spent a few days in Phandalin, and Peliel, Omaceran, and Wungon ventured back to Cronaberry and attempted to find this item called the Golfius Staff at the Woodland Manse. As they approached it, they saw a familiar white iridescent box, kind of leading them in the same direction. And when they approached the Woodland Manse, they saw this blackened tree kind of growing over the over this two-story house. And within, there was a bunch of these twig and vine creatures. The blackened tree awoke as one of these cultists emerged from his ranting rituals. He seemed to not care about pain. He seemed to embrace death. Kind of an interesting encounter. He got absorbed into the tree at one point, and so you guys all started attacking the tree, and then as soon as you dealt the final blows to the tree, it turned to ash and withered, and it disappeared, and he fell down into the well that it was growing out of. You approached the well, and he said, "I'm still alive," and Peliel dealt the final blow.
Just looked down the well and went, boop.
Bring
just
out the dead!
Wungon clambered down, and he found a wooden mask on that this half-orc was carrying, and he found another familiar red crystal orb that you had previously found in the cultist lair near Phandalin. So you're kind of holding on to both of those items. You searched the house and found some other things that you should all have in your inventories at this point. Then you encountered the cloaks, Elsa, Nilsa, and Hakam and Najila. Rodolphe had requested their aid in freeing his friend Xanth from an area north of the Woodland Manse, and but he was more than willing to help you out during the battle with this awakened tree. So we're kind of gonna pick up here. Let's see. Back in Phandalin, I'm gonna say Tugal, you are able to finish off your Fayfly device.
Yay!
So you can add that to your inventory.
Woo! Fayfly.
Yep. And during your stay in Phandalin, kind of your rest period here as you're working with this item, you're also reminded of that other device that you found on your person when you woke up. And you were then reminded about how you were able to communicate with Nesnar, the black spider, who was somehow trapped within it. It's kind of been a while since you've investigated it, tried to figure out what it was, and upon trying to reach out to whoever was within it, the black spider is no longer, you're not able to communicate with him anymore. But you are able to add into your inventory Soul Trap 2.
Alright, Soul Trap 2.
Both of those are on D&D Beyond if you have that. Back at the Woodland Manse, as you guys are traveling outside of Conaberry, you're getting towards the edge of the town, and then all of a sudden, behind you, it's still raining. It's still pouring. There's still thunder and lightning out as this storm has just continued to be ongoing. And then all of a sudden, out behind you, you hear just a very rocking and thunderous clap of thunder. You look behind you, and then you see a beam of bluish light emitting from several miles north, north where the Woodland Manse was, even kind of north of that. You see a beam of light, and then it crackles within the grayish clouds, and it then begins to dissipate, and the clouds begin to disperse from that beam of light as it begins to dissipate.
Do you think that's what they were after was the same thing we found on the road to Leilong? It was a natural storm.
Yeah.
The rainfall ceases, thunder and lightning ceases, and you are left with a very clear, starry sky before you as you begin to make camp for the night. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss or take care of before you journey out towards Phandelin?
So it's just the three of us right now.
Three of you.
Honestly, I just want to get back as soon as we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty uneventful night. It is very nice that there is no more rain, and so it's still a cool and kind of wet night, but without the rain pour and the constant thunder and lightning, it is more enjoyable than the last times you spent, the last nights you spent in Conaberry. You get on the road in the morning, you begin to venture towards Phandelin, and then behind you, you hear galloping hoofs coming up pretty fast behind you.
Step to the side quickly.
Yeah. Step outside.
Okay, you begin to step to the side, and then as you look behind you, you see familiar faces and an unfamiliar face. You see two Najila and Hakam riding a horse, and then you see Nilsa and Elsa riding a centaur.
Woo!
Coming down the road. And they hail you. FBI! FBI, nice to see you again!
It's good to see you as well.
Well, can we venture with you? Can we take the road with you?
Of course.
Phandelin?
I mean, I don't think any of us would have. We would love to have you.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Well, this centaur figure. This is our friend Xanth. We just rescued him from evidently being a sacrifice to the Lord Talos. So
Another sacrifice.
yes, Xanth speaks up. I was tied down. It was not very pleasant. They had many spikes stuck into me, and then you can kind of see like there's a lot of spots where he's still kind of bleeding but healed over. They're able to heal him a little bit, but there's still these pocket marks where at least a dozen spikes were stuck into his body.
Wow.
Rodolphe comes out of his horse form and then begins to walk along with you all as you venture out to Phandelin. It takes another couple days to approach or to get to Phandelin from this point, and you approach Phandelin towards the afternoon, getting into the evening as you come by the familiar stone wall and now the fully formed gate one of the gatehouses is fully erect now, and there is a guard standing above it, and you recognize this guard as the half-orc Bilber, who has kind of taken up the post of being the lookout guard. So within Phandalin, you all kind of convene within the Stonehill Inn and Tavern.
Could I?
Yep.
Does Aziraphale have, at some point in time, found like a piece of like a thing of wheat, and just plucked it and stuck it in his beak?
I'm sure you can request some wheat from
Mutters to himself.
It's high.
Oh my god.
End of stream.
Yeah.
Okay, bye guys.
All right. During your guys' time in Phandalin, let's see. We'll kind of go over your inventory of goods.
And I'm assuming we did, when we got back to Phandalin, we split the reward for the dragon.
Yes.
With Durfrost already.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So you can have the reward was 1,200 gold, and then I think you gave him 600, and you took on the other 600.
You got a hefty.
You got
50%.
That's not all we gave him.
Oh.
Okay. So from Cryovane's treasure hoard, you got 871 copper. 10,790 silver.
Which we gave all that to Durfrost.
You gave all 10,000 to Durfrost?
Yeah, so because we didn't want him.
What? I don't
Didn't
remember
we
us
give
bringing
him?
that much.
How much did we give him?
I know it wasn't that much.
You're
You're gonna have to look because I remember my time. We
Don't
did not
let
give that much.
Aziraphale
Yeah, don't
handle
let-
money.
They did.
No.
No, they let me do this.
Why?
No, and I talked to him like,
Why?
no, dude, don't give him that much. He does not need that much.
Okay, I think you guys gave him
Even
a total
Tony
of
said too.
790 or something.
Oh right, yeah, we gave him 790. You're right. 790.
Thank you for
So we
the
kept 10,000.
that.
Yeah.
10,000.
So we kept 10,000 silver.
Yeah.
We didn't give him any copper, and then gold. We gave him. Well, how much gold did we find? Because we gave him 500 gold from what we found.
Don't look at me.
Okay,
Because in that, so that left
Don't
us like
look at her.
1,800 something, right?
I'll go over it again. So for gold, it was 2,339 gold.
Yeah, so we gave him 500 of that, so we have 1839.
All right, and then 119 platinum.
Then we kept the platinum.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah, we kept the platinum.
I would hope so.
I didn't do too. We gave him 500 gold.
Well, it was gonna be more than that. That's the
It
thing.
was.
And
We
then
had to kind of.
I said something, and Tony's like, Durfrost does not need money.
Yeah.
He's
I
just an
in my
NPC.
defense, yes, I was talked off the ledge of giving Durfrost the entire findings of our gold.
Please don't.
Yeah, so Durfrost is kind of this NPC that they've met multiple times. They rescued him from an orc encampment, and he's kind of been their go-to person if they need something done.
Backup.
Yeah, some backup. So Durfrost is a paladin, a dragonborn paladin, a red and gold dragonborn paladin. And we may eventually get to his voice sometime tonight. I'm pretty sure we'll get to it. So.
Okay, cool.
All right. You also found 1 star sapphire worth 1,000 gold,
Oh, we do have that.
and you have 1 blue sapphire worth 500 gold.
Cool. He's saying audio is great. Red Marsh is saying the audio is great now.
Yay! Cool.
Thank you for the input.
Thank you.
I'm also in chat, so I can.
Okay.
I thought that was another Troy.
Well, yeah, I had it up, but I don't.
And then the rest of everything we found.
And Chewie took the belt of Frost Giant Strength. Durfrost took the amulet, and then he didn't want to keep it because he felt that Chakora needed it more than he did. He wanted to keep the cleric alive.
Really cool.
So Chakora got a parapet of wound closure,
Yep.
and Aziraphale got the quiver of Anario, which also has some gemstones missing from it.
But it does have some gemstones.
But it does have a couple gemstones in it as well. So maybe eventually you'll be able to find the other gemstones in your adventures. During your guys' stay in Phandalin, kind of the morning that Wungon, Omaceran, and Peliel arrive, another peculiar individual arrives as well. He arrives by wagon, and he has a horse drawing the wagon. He pulls it over, and then you notice that this is a gray and white tabaxi with very colorful clothes on, and he's wearing this very outlandish hat, pretty wide brimmed. It's kind of tilted off to the side, and it has lots of feathers in it. And then there's just this giant peacock feather coming out of it, right out of the center.
I have so many questions.
He goes up to someone in the Stonehill Inn. He talks to Toblin for a little while and says, "I am looking for some adventurers that have encountered dragons. You see, my name is Proudfeather, and I am a procurer of stories. And right now I am writing a book. I'm writing a book about the dragons of the Sword Coast."
Can I just push Aziraphale, like,
Do you want me to go talk to him?
that is like that is your thing.
I walk up and I take off my cowboy hat.
We're not in town yet, right? Is this
Yeah,
before?
it's towards noon time
Okay.
that he arrives.
Okay.
I walk up. May I introduce myself? I am Slayer of Cryovane, and I reach back and pull out my blue sword, my Frostbane, and I say, "This was procured upon the slaying of the Frost Dragon Cryovane in the mountains by us and our dear friend Wungon."
Excellent.
Do you want stories?
Do you? I would love to take your stories down. I'm
would
adventuring
love to tell you.
all over the Sword Coast. Why don't we sit down? We can order some drinks. Drinks all around. Drinks. And he just starts shouting, even though there's pretty much nobody in there besides Stonewood. So
I reach
Did
in.
you say free drinks?
Are we? I think
Yeah.
he said this is later in the afternoon, so we've got
Are we
right
there?
It's happy
Yeah.
hour.
you guys are almost done.
Okay,
Or
we're
almost there.
we're
Yeah,
almost
they're
there.
almost there.
Sure.
So
I guess I'll tell them.
Yeah.
No free drinks.
All right.
He takes out his book and hold on one moment. I need my assistant, the professor. Hold on. You Toblin, right? Do you allow? Well, you obviously allow birds here. So would you allow my owl to join? And Toblin's whatever. I'm pretty much own the place. That's it. They do as they want. And so Proudfeather goes in, and then he comes back in with a great horned owl on his shoulder. He comes in and sits down, brings you some drinks, and then begins to write the account of your story.
I imagine as I sit down, I take out my sword and I stab it into the wood, kind of looking at Tobin hey.
Aziraphale!
Take off my hat, hang it on the sword, and I just imagine a little bit of frost creeping into the wood. All right. So, it began on a terrifically stormy night.
Excellent.
As we heard this roar across the sky, and
A large roar? Was it more like a billowing
I
roar?
I did
Carry like
I
thunder
tilt
over
my
the clouds?
beak in the sky and
I'm in the corner of the tavern. I'm like, what made that sound? What is this? Are we under attack?
I think deeper roar, but
Yes.
we look up and see this white flash.
rocketing across the sky.
across the sky,
Oh, yes. Very
causing
good, very good.
deep terror, and we may have slept deeply that night, but the next morning when we woke up,
Oh, but you are enjoying the time to
Yes, sir, we
slay
were.
your dragon.
we
Yes.
saw in the midst of drying in the new sun, there was this haunted poster of the dragon, and I looked to my Minotaur friend and my owl friend here.
Oh, these are your friends.
Yes.
Oh,
She
join us,
helped
join
us
us. You
slay
can all
the-
tell your stories.
I'm
Yes.
kind of.
The Minotaur friend isn't here.
Oh,
We trekked with our friend Durfrost deep into the mountains,
Okay.
and
Durfrost, yes.
Durfrost, yes. Is he there? Is he there right now, or is he?
He is not there right
No.
now. He's probably somewhere
Our
else.
big dragonborn friend followed us, and we came across a castle, an abandoned castle. Made a deal with a devil, a she-woman. She meant to feed us to the dragon.
Oh, yes, that
But
bitch woman. Oh.
She took us to the top of the peak, and we dealt with the dragon, and I was able to get this sword enchanted, and we had a mighty battle where we almost all died, and we had to watch as our Minotaur friend fight off the dragon as we were falling and climbing and
Did
flying
you
and
mention the
biting
pebble?
and scratching. What? The what?
The pebble.
Are you sitting down now?
I am very
No.
interested in this pebble. How did this pebble
Guys,
come into account
You need to
with
hear the
this
story
dragon?
of the pebble,
Alright.
The pebble.
please.
I
Alright.
want to hear the pebble story.
So, I've had this wand for a while of enlargement over deeps. And I was
Oh,
like,
the pebble!
how can I do this? How can I kill this dragon?
Sounds like an excellent item. Yes.
So I see the pebble, and I strike down everybody. Everyone's all critically injured. And at that moment, I touch the pebble with my claw.
But she flies. She takes the pebble and flies over above the dragon with a little rock, and he suspected nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
He could not even see. She was so
Little
fast.
pebble. Yes.
So small little pebble, and it. What did you do with it? This is so interesting.
She tapped the pebble with her wand and dropped it, and as she dropped it, it became the size of a great boulder and squished the dragon.
Magnificent. This is by far the greatest story I've written in quite some time. He starts
And
looking back.
she was able to pin the dragon and let us deal some blows and give us an even fight, and it would ultimately lead to our victory. And great spoils! Did I knock over the hat?
That sounds like an excellent story. I've encountered many stories that do not end so well with the adventurers of these people who take on dragons.
Where did
No.
you come from? There's not many of you around here.
Then I come from all over. I travel, but I can come from. There's a large island called Tugal, and within that island there's a small jungle, a pretty big jungle actually, the jungle of Chult. See, sometimes I spend my time there, but mostly I adventure along the Sword Coast. I go back and forth from Neverwinter all the way down to Waterdeep, and then been as far as Vale and up to beyond the blazing wastelands and the burning sands.
How was that for your story?
That was most excellent. You know, I can play a little bit of music, so maybe later we can put this adventure to a song.
Would you like to add a collection of feather to your hat? As I pluck one from one of my, like a really nice feather. And like,
The cleanest feather.
the clean feather. Yeah, of course. And
No,
hand
I
it.
do not encounter too many Chakora.
Here,
You
he
are
would
the
like to
first one
donate too.
to give me even 2 feathers. I will cherish these so much. I mean, which these most excellent.
Yep.
As the stories are kind of
That one wasn't ready to
recounted,
pull yet. What was
more
that
drinks
for?
are served. Omaceran, Wungon, and Peliel, you arrive as some tales of Proudfeather's adventures have been told. He tells a tale about how he attempted to negotiate with a green dragon in a forest from in the misty forest by Waterdeep, and he attempted to reason with this dragon, negotiate, try to learn a little bit more about the dragon, and he barely escaped with his life.
We did the same, pretty much.
So some tales are traded back and forth between you and Proudfeather as Omaceran, Wungon, and Peliel arrive. Wungon, as soon as you step in the door, Nuka and your Fire Genasi friend who sells coffee and Toblin shout at you as you're entering the door. Wungon,
What?
today is the day. It's
beer?
ready.
Yes! I'm ready.
Omaceran and Peliel, you see an interesting gray and white tabaxi talking with Aziraphale and Chakora.
Oh, that can be good.
At one of the tables. It's beginning to get a little bit towards evening time now, and you see that some of the workers are coming in from the quarry, from cutting down wood in the forest and along the river. So some workers are getting off, and they are beginning to pile into the Stonehill Inn and Tavern. Wungon,
Yeah.
you are taken downstairs into the basement where Toblin keeps all of
Don't give me that look. Hey, don't give me that look, Shiny.
Wow,
We're
first
totally-
episode on live streaming, we're already getting into fanfic. Let's go.
No! No!
Toblin and Nuka take you.
Oh.
Nuka produces flames from his hand
Ooh.
so that you can see, and then he lights up the lanterns around. He gives you some mood lighting.
Oh, the fire that burns in all of our hearts.
I'm back.
And then he takes you back into the back without any of the lights on. He gives you some goggles so that you can go find the 3 barrels that they have made. Toblin requests that you bring them out into the front portion so that they can prepare them a little bit better.
Yep.
He tells you that one is for you to take if you want to take one of the barrels with you somewhere. One of the barrels is for him to sell upstairs, and then the other one is for Nuka, and Nuka just tells him you can sell it here. I don't mind, like, you just give me a little bit of the portion of the goods, the proceeds that you get from the beer. They open the first cask that Toblin is going to break out tonight, and you have your very own first tasting of it. So what has been produced is a very nice dark ale with hints of coffee, chocolate, and cherry.
Ooh, nice.
And they ask you, Wungon, do you want to name it?
I don't know what to name this. I really don't know what to name it.
Well, why don't you muse on it a little bit, and we'll just call it the Dark Delight for right now.
FBI surprise.
Open it.
FBI's
We can call it.
Well,
We'll just call it the Dark
Opening up
Ale for
one.
now until you figure out a good name for it. Maybe ask the
I'll
your
probably
fellow FBI.
ask my crew and
Yeah.
see what they think.
You know what? We'll take this barrel upstairs. We'll have all of them. We'll have all of them taste it, and then maybe you could have a little naming session.
I'm sorry.
What?
Because you can't taste it.
Oh, yeah.
Toblin
doesn't
and
matter.
Nuka serve small glasses of this dark ale, and I would like everyone to make insight checks for me. First roll of the night.
Everyone? Even the guy who can't drink it?
Sorry, Tugal, you have to refrain.
Ooh, Red Marsh said cherry
Is that
scalp.
what is that?
Bummer.
Yeah,
That's a
kinda
cop.
what it is.
Not good.
Okay.
I do like it.
I have to do
maybe.
math in my head now.
Oh no.
Oh, insight?
Is it insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't actually look.
Insight.
Oh boy.
Kind of your gut reaction to this, the taste of this ale.
16.
16, alright?
13.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
15.
Okay.
22.
Nice.
10.
I really like it.
Okay. Peliel and Tulah, you're like, this kind of doesn't taste any different from like normal dark ale. It's decent, but I don't know.
Super for
Can't
one.
really taste anything different. You kind of get some hints of chocolate and coffee in there, but you're not getting the full
Yeah.
effects of it. Everyone else other than Google, you all are getting a lot of hints of cherry and chocolate and coffee, and
Quite a
it's
romantic.
kind of a very kind of a creamy flavor to this. Very easy to drink. You can kind of imagine yourself sitting outdoors in a with an open fire, roasting stuff. I was gonna say marshmallows, but there's no marshmallows.
Marshmallows in there.
So roasting some bread and toasting stuff.
Roasting some acorns.
Chestnuts.
There you go,
There you go.
chestnuts. But it is a very good dark ale, and it has nice, very subtle natures of taste to them. Proudfeather has disappeared for a moment. Kind of look away from him, and then you look for him, and he's not there.
Should I be worried?
Is he invisible?
As the crowd begins to form within the Stone Inn and Tavern, Elsa, Nilsa, Najila, and Hakam join you within the tavern room, and then you see Proudfeather come in from the with the oncoming traffic inside.
So he disappeared and just shows up again with the crowd?
Are you guys having a stroke?
Are you?
It's quite strange.
I don't know. I'm a warforged. What would that look like?
Yeah, sure, it's okay.
Memory wipe? I don't know.
Well,
It's kind of odd.
Corrupted file.
strange.
Who has good investigation?
I've got good perception, but investigation is not my strong suit. Are we concerned? I don't think you are. You plucked out one of my feathers to give to him.
I'm giving the benefit.
If I weren't any smarter, I'd say you were smitten.
Is that why you're a little bit more bold than the top?
Shut up.
So that's what that hat is there for.
Cover up the balls.
Cowboy hat back on.
All right. Well, you all have kind of gathered in together. Proudfeather is kind of out, just talking with other patrons. You see a lot of the townsfolk from Phandalin out. Proudfeather seems to be enjoying himself, learning people's names, asking what they do.
Maybe he's just a curious.
Cat?
Should we? Do you
Sure.
want to hand stuff out?
Yes.
Oh, oh right. We
We do
we
have
have
some
things,
to do.
Wujon.
Things?
Then we have money too.
I have
you guys are gonna
presents.
leave by a window?
Okay.
There's some on top of the dresser.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
And then sit down as soon as you can.
Just go.
Yeah.
Is it the heat that's getting to him?
I
That
don't
usually
know.
happen?
It's
No.
dry. It's this time of year. It's a lot of different
Yeah.
things that could cause it.
Well, I have presents for everyone.
We've got presents too. I did not give away all the gold we got.
I'm proud of you.
I
That's
was a little
impressive.
sad that we have so much, but I don't feel it anymore.
Don't
Okay,
feel sad.
you'll get over it.
Wait, he was going to give away how much gold are we talking?
How about we
I'm just
just
thinking
let
about
him-
giving away all of the gold.
Yeah, but how much is
him.
Yes, but
all
how
the
much is all?
gold?
Is it like 5 gold?
Well,
Is it 100
currently-
gold? 1,000?
Even though I gave away 500 of it, I still have 2,439 pieces. What?
That's a lot of money to be talking about in a public
You want
space.
10,000 silver?
It's already getting pretty loud too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means it's crowded to
about
more
no
people.
one not here.
More ears.
We are fine.
I think we should.
My presents don't seem as special anymore.
Yeah.
I think Khalil's got a
Fine.
point.
Well, we can start splitting this up since we have everybody here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Why don't we pass out the gold later? We have some items at least to share.
Okay, fine, sure.
Sure.
We'll do the money last. We'll do
Yes.
gifts first.
Alright, gifts first.
I mean,
I have a list.
Oh, Liz.
And then
This is so
switch to the different scene.
Nice.
I didn't even realize that was it.
Whoa. Oh,
Oh
let me
my-
change.
Yeah,
that.
I was
Let
gonna.
me change
I
that.
said like.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeti. Where's copy?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
We'll explain the window thing at another time. He had to step out for a moment.
Yeah.
Should anyone
He'll be okay.
Concerned that this tabaxi could possibly be a pickpocket.
Oh,
We should all keep our pockets unpicked.
luckily I don't have any pockets.
Everyone
Check
quickly
the
check
money.
your items.
Just
Pockets,
saying.
anything missing?
I don't trust the tabaxi. Not that I would ever know.
I
what
think
they
I
are.
have everything.
You don't trust the tobacco?
I check my things. What am I rolling? A perception?
Investigation. Investigation.
Do we all?
So if you want to check your things, go and roll investigation.
Oh no.
I'm gonna roll
11.
investigation for
That's
sure.
really bad.
3.
3.
Just straight.
Peliel.
What are we doing again?
Investigation.
So that's 12.
6.
This round you got a
3.
21.
I got a 10.
A 11.
Well, 11. Okay. All of your things seem to be in place that
Okay.
within your person.
Alright, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, fantastic.
Except for Feather.
I still have my rock. Yeah. It's good.
Your pet rock.
Like your
Yeah. The rock with the spider in it.
You good?
All right.
Welcome
You
back.
all good?
Yeah, sorry, I heard Aziraphale talking and my nose just started bleeding.
I remember that I've been crapped on, and I take out the fuzzy bit. The what is it? What did I take from you?
My doll.
The stuffed doll.
My talking doll.
Yes,
And I say, yes, please start moving and handing us things. And I set it right in front of you while you're standing
It
still.
immediately starts clucking though, because
Yeah.
you're talking. I was gonna steal that from you later. Thank
That's
you.
funny.
I missed it.
All right.
Okay. Presents. So, Peliel, I give you the rod of something. I abbreviated.
What's the list for if you don't even have the names of the items?
You know
The
what?
rod.
The rod of
Packkeeper.
yes.
The rod of Packkeeper.
Oh my god.
And the scroll of
I'm
honoring.
official. I have a list that has no names on it.
It has half names.
I
on
put
it.
lines on a piece of paper.
Wujan, I give you 2 potions of healing.
Okay, appreciate that. Definitely a good thing. for a
Shakora,
barbarian.
I give you the scroll of hypnotic pattern.
Ooh, what's that do? I'm gonna find out.
And a potion of kill giant
I don't
strength.
see a plus one.
Cool.
Okay. Yep.
And then Tugal, I give you a cloak of billowing.
And
God.
as she brings out that one, I also hand one over to Aziraphale. I think this will go well with you.
Don't care if it takes.
It looks great with the sombrero.
What is it?
It's a cloak of billowing.
It's a cloak of billowing.
So when you put it on, it's like the wind is constantly flowing behind you, waving.
Dude,
With
we gotta
the
post,
cowboy hat
Look
on.
at
we gotta post
Okay,
together
I remember
dramatically
that.
now.
Yes.
It looks
Stop
like
right
the
there.
sun was
Prepare for
flowing.
trouble
Oh
and
my
make it
God.
double.
It's gonna constantly look like
Yeah,
like a
and I give
champion the
one
whole
to
time.
Tugal as well. And then to Tulah, I give you the ring of evasion.
Ooh, I've heard of that before.
And then I also have this item that I think is a little too powerful for me. Not my taste. The Enigma Codex.
Ooh, what's that?
And I'm just gonna tell you what it is, and we could probably discuss who it would best be suited for. So while attuned to it, your intelligence score is 19. You also gain advantage on any intelligence skill checks while it's in your person. Once per day, you may attempt to cast any spell from any class of 1st level or higher. You can only cast a spell at a spell level of which you know, and it doesn't have to be a spell on your spell class spell list. The spell does not require material components. When you do so, make a DC 20 intelligence saving throw. On a failure, you take 2d6 blood loss per level of spell cast, and something bad happens. On a success, you take half as much blood loss, and something bad still happens. You cannot recover the hit points lost in this way until you take a long rest. Sentience, once attuned, you can communicate with it using your own blood as ink. You take 1d4 blood loss and cannot recover the hit points until you take a long rest. The Codex will attempt to answer any question asked of yet using its extraplanar knowledge. Answers will come at the DM's discretion. All questions and answers are recorded in the tome, and any responses are given in writing on a blank page of the tome. So who wants it?
Yeah, as she brings it out, it appears to be like a very dark, worn leather. And then there's multiple different sized, like, half orbs on it, surrounded, all surrounded by a larger central orb. They all seem to be, like, of different colors of yellows and reds and oranges. But it just is a little bit odd that these, like, crystal orbs have been imprinted on or attached to this tome. Mr. Ron kind of looks through it a little bit, and it is completely blank. All the pages in there are just blank.
That's very interesting. Oh yes, lots of good information in this. I can definitely. No, I don't see anything.
And Mr. Ron, you have noticed that over the past few nights, past several nights, you've been having these odd dreams where you're kind of pushed into darkness, and then these eyes begin to, multiple different sized eyes begin to form out in front of you. They open and close, and then this one central eye begins to unveil itself and glow slightly. And then eventually you begin to hear some eerie, like, violin music that's sometimes accompanied by some odd sounding horns. And then you're woken up kind of a couple times during the night as this needle-like toothy maw begins to open up and just swallow you into it. And then you just wake up during the night, but you've noticed that you're kind of having these nightmares during the past several nights.
Do I attribute it to the codex, or is it just like, this is just randomly happening?
Go ahead and make a, let's see, make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence would be
Yeah.
No proficiency, just your check.
10.
10? Okay. So you do know that it happened around the time that you picked up the tome. So it's possible that this is the source. Or, you've had kind of weird dreams. It just kind of has happened. But this does seem like it's ongoing. Every single night you're kind of having several of these dreams.
I don't tell anyone that because I kind of want to get rid of it. So.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always interested by things.
Oh no.
I would have to give up my. Does it require attunement? You said.
Yes.
I would have to take off my gauntlets. Would anyone want the gauntlets? I don't think this is an item we should just let sit around if we're gonna keep it.
I got the capability. I don't need anything else in my life.
I think I already have.
I could give the gauntlets to Tulah and make her stronger.
Can always be stronger.
It would give you a 19 in strength.
Okay.
So we
Roll
could
the buff.
use a strong total if you want.
I know I don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take them.
So I'll take off the gauntlets.
shell. It just can't fit inside of it anymore.
Her arms are just sticking out.
So
Tulah,
Rocks start popping out.
I got reach.
I can't put my big bulging muscles inside of the shell.
So yeah, I'll give the gauntlets of ogre power to Tulah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alright, I'll give you the codex.
So you can add those to your inventory.
Codex.
And you can add the
Take all
Enigma
of this
Codex to
crap
your
out of my
inventory if you
The
want.
enigma.
I also have this staff of the spider staff. I don't know if the spider staff. I don't know if anyone wants it. Essentially, it has 10 charges. You can use it to use one charge of it to use spider climb on someone, including yourself, I believe. And you can also use it to cast the web. That spell.
That's too dangerous for me.
So essentially, you can walk on walls and you can trap someone in
Can't
the web.
use it. Yeah, I didn't know the alignment on it. This is gonna be fun tonight, isn't it?
I don't know.
That's not my style.
So you picked it up?
Yeah, I picked it up.
Okay. As soon as you touch it, Aziraphale,
I mean, they don't.
you
I can't really imagine
begin
these
to
fitting in
feel
here.
like
Oh,
you are
I'm also
parched.
fitting right now.
Like you're thirsty. Like, and it seems to be coming from the tome.
Yeah, drink
Like,
some more.
What
some
did you
thirst.
just give me? I put it back down. Is there something else you're not telling me about this?
Oh no, you.
No.
She told you about blood.
Yeah.
Blood?
Great, 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 great. You want me to do it for you? Just start something.
I prick my finger, and then I reach at it again.
Okay.
Okay?
As you reach out with your pricked blood finger, go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh no.
Yeah. 3.
You take 3 points of blood loss, which you cannot get back until you take a long rest. As you reach out with your hand, the book just magically opens to a blank page.
Okay.
And you feel compelled to put your hand on top of it, and your blood begins to soak into the pages. And you notice that your blood is now forming some sort of arcane words. You try to go to remove your hand, it's not moving.
Is that glue on this piece of paper?
I didn't try. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Then
we're in
how did
unbound
you know?
territory. I lift my hand. Does
It's
the
not
book just
lifting.
come with me, or does the book just stay like
The book stays there.
stays on the ground?
It is like you are now attached to the book for the next half hour.
Maybe I
to
should.
hour.
I should have.
You're attuning to it.
So if he lifts up his hand, is the book going to move with it?
No,
If
you
he
just
tries
try
to
to.
move
The
it-
book's. It's
Can you
like
pick up the
Thor.
book
It's like
with
the
it?
no. It's like the Thor hammer. It's like on the ground.
It is permanently where it is lying right now.
I
It's
like
like he's stuck where
awkwardly.
he
I
is.
like
He's stuck
awkwardly.
where
So
he
get-
if we all just stand up right now and go upstairs, then he's here alone.
I like awkwardly, because I'm guessing she put it on the ground. I like awkwardly get on my knees and I'm like laying there, just like looking at the book with my hand on the.
Hey, Aziraphale, quick question. Are you ticklish?
I was gonna
Oh,
say we should do
no.
something.
I draw my cryo vein and I say, I dare you to find out.
I just slowly
I could.
take out my
I'll hold him
doll.
back.
and I'm
Wait,
just like,
question. What happens if I try Misty Step when he asks if he can tickle me? So,
Do you want to
so I use it.
see stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I look at the door. I
And
try to Misty Step to the door.
yep, you teleport to the door
Uh-huh.
with the book,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
and now you're stuck at the door.
Praying
Door
to
opens.
yourself.
Well,
Lock
now
away.
you're just
And
blocking
Tobu
traffic.
looks
Now
at you
there's just
behind
a
the
fire
bar. It's
hazard.
like, Aziraphale, what are you doing?
It's stuck, Master Tomlin!
So you're kind of causing a little bit of confusion around the tavern.
The doors keep on opening.
Brianna has entered, and
You're just.
So then
He's
I'll
literally like
Misty
right
Step.
here.
Oh, yeah,
Is that
I'll
where he
Misty
is?
Step again, right back on top of the table, staring at Omaceran.
okay,
Just knock over everything.
yep. You,
What did you do?
I just walk away. I'm gonna go play on stage.
Brianna comes over to you.
I don't know.
Aziraphale, she's. Well, that's interesting.
You're telling me?
Be careful.
Too late.
Be careful going forward, please. Just please be careful. If you have any
Smells like
problems,
fresh cooked popcorn in here now.
if you have any problems, just come see
I don't
me.
know what you're talking about.
Most likely I'm gonna see you in the morning.
I'm gonna sit my doll like just right outside his reach, like staring at you.
Okay.
Oh no.
You are so mean.
All
I'll
right.
go play now.
Wujan, you are also, as things are being passed around, you also remember that wooden mask that you picked up from the half
Oh, yeah.
wooden mats, as well as the red chaos orb.
Better want the red chaos orb because I don't want those with me.
I think I've got enough chaos on my hands for the evening.
All right, anyone else want to take this? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to keep it.
Do I have the other one or do you have
Yes.
the other one? I have,
This
the
I
one.
have
has
all-
the other one.
I have the other one. I'll take it because I got one exactly like it. You just
Go ahead and
add
take
to
it.
my collection of orbs because I've got 3
For the
now.
chaos. For the chaos.
For the chaos.
Oh no.
And Wujan,
Yes.
you've kind of ascertained that that wooden mask needs to be attuned by a warlock.
Oh yes, the wooden mask by Warlock. So, yeah, would you like it?
I mean, sure. I
Alright.
mean,
I don't know
I
what.
don't know what other use it's gonna have.
I don't know what kind of wooden mask it is.
It's, from I remember your description, it's just a plain wooden mask. It looks just like a wood.
Yeah, so when the half-orc was wearing it, it appeared to be in the shape, it looked like a white boar. And then it had a symbol on its forehead that looked like a jagged spiral on its forehead. But then, as soon as the half-orc died, it fell off of his face, and then it turned into a plain wooden mask.
Well, anyway, cool.
You can have it.
But I'll just put on my face. How's it look?
Looks pretty good.
I just walk away.
And people
You can
might not
add,
immediately notice you're a
the
drow either.
Mask of the Pack-Wearer Raven Queen to your inventory.
Okay.
Did you want to attempt to attune to it while Aziraphale is attuning to his?
Come sit here, pretty boy. I've got nowhere else I can go right now.
So if you put the mask on the ground and put your face into the mask, will you be stuck there on the
Stuck to
ground?
the-
So see, we have a bird on the ground stuck to a book, and
I'm actually on the table now.
Yeah, he's on
I
the
teleported back
table.
on
Oh,
top
yeah,
of the
the
table.
table.
Let's see, Mr. Ron, you also.
Yeah, I'll attune to the mask.
Okay. Alright, so you can attune to that, and you can add the Raven Queen Mask of the Pathfinder to your inventory.
Alright.
You did also get a Tome of Clear Thought from the Woodland Manse. So that is one of the items that I would like you all to talk about as a team, as players, not necessarily characters. Eclipse kind of, or Proud Feather comes over. My bad. Proud Feather comes over, and he says, "Oh, it looks like you are all attuning to items. I see."
Yes. Would you? Do you have a story for us while we're waiting here now?
I do have many stories. I have actually written quite a few books, you see. Let me jog my memory.
Do you have any books on like lichen hunters or
You know, I
creature
have
hunters
actually
like that?
encountered several werewolves on my journeys.
They've been
You
around.
can read about them in the book that I have written called The Plight of Borovia and Its Overlord. I don't know if you have ever found my book. It is by Proudfeather. I have a copy in Candlekeep. I have copies all over Waterdeep and Neverwinter. If you will see some libraries.
The name of the book again?
The Plight of Borovia and Its Overlord. You can also read my book about the memories of conflicted legacies. These two individuals are one of my two greatest friends. They had a very nice relationship, and this was to honor that relationship. I also have another book. If you ever are in search of something else to read, it is called The True and Daring Tales of the Thundercats.
Aha.
Yes.
The Thundercats.
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 The True and Daring Adventures.
Tales?
Tales, yes. The True and Daring. It is about a group that they called themselves the Thundercats.
That's pretty cool.
For the cats.
They were all associated with cats in some way.
What about thunder?
And thunder.
Oh. Engaging.
Yes, one was actually much like myself, a tabaxi like myself. One was one had a pet cat familiar that she always liked to keep with her, and the other one was able to turn into a panther.
That's cool. Oh.
Quite the adventures that they had.
Was the panther a black panther by chance?
He often chose to be a black panther.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I don't think he let you pet him either.
Oh. But I mean, I like cats. So maybe I'll pick it up.
Trying to stay comfortable on the top of the table, realizing I probably shouldn't have landed in somebody's soup.
Proudfeather goes on to tell you a little bit more about this, like, kind of far-off land of Barovia and how desolate it was. The people there were not, were kind of very mundane and not interested in improving their lifestyles. But some adventurers would come and go in the land of Barovia, and their overlord would either destroy them or turn them into something evil. And so it kind of accounts the tales of a couple of adventuring groups that came in and out of Barovia.
Hold on, guys. Ice cream break.
Ice cream! Ice cream!
Alright, so as you are sitting there tuning to items, Omaceran, you're kind of hearing people. Play music, please play.
Please play. I don't usually hear chanting for please play.
Please,
They
they're very
just
nice.
love me.
Very, very polite.
Polite champions.
Please, please, please.
And then you see Nilsa and Elsa get on top of their table. They're like,
Did my
Boy, quite
dark
a crowd
ale
tonight.
make all these people drunk?
yeah, so they're serving all of this ale. If you wanted to try to give them,
I'll
give
take-
Toblin
I'll
some-
take 3 rounds. I might as well feel good while I'm
Oh, don't
laying
worry.
around.
I will pay for everybody. Rounds around the house. Yes, everybody get rounds. I'll pay, no problem.
Yeah, out of my burrow, I'm
Fairly
just gonna
generous.
probably keep like 5
Oh,
of the
you have
bottles
given me
and-
so many stories. I just want to show this town some love. Yes.
But before I go on stage, can I buy Aziraphale a drink and put that potion in it?
Which one?
Oh.
Oh no.
And then I was like, okay,
Are you gonna wait until after he's done attuning, or are you gonna?
No.
No,
No.
do it now. Do it
No,
now.
okay.
He's desperate
Okay.
for a drink now.
And then, wait, hold on, I gotta read this.
Face is like, oh.
Journey to Waterdeep.
What are you doing to me?
Okay, yeah,
Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to
do it
do
now.
Teddy
Um,
just getting completely wasted.
And I'll just I'll be like, Aziraphale, I know you're in a sticky situation,
Should I
and I
have the
feel
same?
kind of bad,
Yeah.
so I bought you a drink. It's a Chewy's, Chewy. It's Wujon's ale. I think you liked it, so here you go. I'll just give you a
I'm still bleeding out from the last thing you handed me.
I didn't know that it was
My
that
bad.
bad.
You'll be fine, man.
Alright, it's an apology drink. I'm sorry.
To be fair, she didn't actually prick herself and put the blood in.
I never.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she never did.
No.
This is true.
I'll take the doll away too. And just put that back in my bag.
It must.
The doll was a nice gesture. And
And then I go up and play.
Okay.
You should do like the interesting group thing.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
Wujon, did you want to discuss what you wanted to name the?
Oh, yeah. I would like to ask everyone, what would you guys think I should call the Lizelle? What do you guys think?
Does it hit hard?
I've had a
It's
call
like
down.
a
I'm
straight
going-
bang.
Oh,
Tell.
That's true.
Uh,
I can't tell either. That's why I'm asking.
I'm pretty
Oh.
heavy, so I
I
just.
mean, there's just a little bit of coffee
doesn't
and
really
chocolate,
affect me that
right?
much.
Sounds so romantic to me. Just saying.
Oh, what was the name of that guy you had enchanted down at Wave Echo Cave? It sounds romantic.
That drow.
Yeah, that's that name. Oh, what was his name
I
again?
don't
I don't have my
remember.
notes on me. I rushed
my
over here real quick.
goodness.
Are you talking about Balak?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to get all you guys' opinions. I really don't know what to call this.
I'm very bad at naming things.
Velox
Same.
and Transfer. The romantic dark ale.
What was the name you came up earlier?
I had a couple. Flaming Horn Ale.
That's quite suggestive. No, that doesn't sit right with me.
Just the flaming horn is like.
It's
FBI
much more
surprise.
warm than
FBI
I do like
surprise.
FBI surprise.
FBI surprise.
FBI
FBI
surprise.
open.
Or just FBI special.
I was just
Or
gonna
if
say
they
like
call
the
it
no, every
Wujon
time
FBI,
special.
we call it fearless.
FBI is the brand.
Yeah.
Every time you open up, you just open up an FBI open up.
What?
Every time you got
no,
taken, you just go,
no,
FBI,
you see,
open up.
I like where he's going with
Open
this.
it up.
Yeah.
FBI, open
Open
up.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
It's like our
Good.
slogan.
Yeah.
Our slogan that everybody knows.
I'll
so
probably go
well.
for that.
Open up.
All right, open up. Okay.
Yeah.
You give the name to Toplin, and he says, "All right, next one is going to be kick in the door."
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, we'll keep going on with this.
Oh, and then the third one can be lethal force.
Red Marsh is still saying cherry surprise.
Oh no!
Marsh is still saying cherry surprise.
So I'm laying on top of the table and I look at Peliel. First off, this beer is delicious. Probably shouldn't have trusted her to give me something, but
Well, Aziraphale, guess what?
was gonna finish this.
You mentioned that you looked at Peliel.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. Wait, but doesn't follow the rules of it though? Does it? We don't know.
That is
Hey,
what.
wait a
Is
minute.
it too?
That is what Teddy said.
Yeah, look at.
Aziraphale looks at Peliel, and Aziraphale, you begin to
Okay.
feel your heart get
Oh
butterflies.
no.
Give me a love potion.
You have
I thought it would have been
fallen
her, but
hard for
They're all
Peliel.
right.
You just regard him as the most beautiful thing that you have ever seen.
Oh, my cheeks are...
And you honestly could do anything for Peliel.
Whoa.
I like
Wait.
crawl and I set my hat on
Wait.
top of his head.
Wait, but no.
How many have you had?
Enough to know the truth of what I want.
Nice. It happens.
Wait, come back!
I take out my lute and I start playing like this love song at the table.
Dude, I'm eating this popcorn so fast.
And
What
once
I
they
want.
stand up. They stand up and look at this interaction.
I'm like clawing at the table trying to drag my hand with the book.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it'll be over soon and we can be together.
Oh, so that's why the drink is called
It's called
Omaceran!
God.
Oh, my cheeks are killing me right now. I can't stop laughing. Oh.
Eventually, Proudfeather and Elsa come up, and they begin to play some music with you, Omaceran. Proudfeather brings out a lute to kind of match your style of
Oh,
play.
sweet stars, they bring me love.
I agree, this is great.
Oh, great stars
Wow.
from heaven above.
I can't breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Hey there, Aziraphale.
Yes.
Are you feeling okay?
I don't think so.
feel the best I've ever felt in a while. I just need to get my hand up.
I think that's gonna take a while.
Will you be here when I'm done?
Oh
Oh
my! That phrase should never have been said over the
I'm so happy I did this.
Someone needs to clip this on Twitch because this is hilarious.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh, he's loving it. He's
When
chatting,
you
saying this is
sat
great.
down,
Oh.
there was a connection between us. We've always been fighting, but I see
Okay,
clearly
I'm
now.
out.
I'm going out for a stroll.
But see, you've tried to leave 3 times and you can't yourself.
I'm walking.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Omaceran.
You should apologize to him.
Omaceran.
I'm more sorry for Mary right now.
No, I'm good.
Would you mind if I played with you? I don't play music that often, but I can bang a mean drum.
Heck yeah.
That's a
Come
good
down.
That's a
Okay.
good
I'll be right back. I'll go get my drum from upstairs.
Is this our last,
Oh.
is this our last
I
D&D
see-
session? Why is
do I
there so
see
many
that,
great
like,
things
talking?
happening?
Aziraphale sees Durfrost talking to Omaceran. He goes, "Oh, love is in the air."
Love is in the air tonight. Peliel! Sweet Peliel!
What have you done?
This is the most fun I've had in weeks, okay?
Inside for so long! It feels like I'm free!
You have to admit this is great. I mean,
Peliel, join me!
no, I mean like I was through Peliel. I was like, you like it. You know you like it.
Here, let me make it up to you. Let me give you a
Goes
three.
upstairs, comes back with a drum to
Yeah.
play with Proudfeather, Elsa, and Omaceran. Durfrost is pretty decent.
Oh yeah?
He's pretty decent.
I wish I was there.
I'm all feeling the frost!
Round after round of drink are served
Yeah.
of the FBI open up. And plenty of mouths are opening up for ale.
Are they gonna run out?
There's
sorry,
a
that
lot
was
more ale
involuntary.
need to go around, so he does go through one of the barrels before the end of the night.
Oh my god, they're liking it.
And he has to go get the other barrel from downstairs in the basement. The night of joyous ruckus continues on and on into the night. After a little bit of time, the filter of love wears off.
Oh. I thought my hand was gonna be free.
I'm sorry,
And-
you wanted this to keep going?
Why do you think I didn't make an insight check? I didn't care. I said bring it.
And you realize
Romance.
that somehow you were duped. But you're not really able to ascertain where it came from, as more ale has just been served constantly over to you.
That's
Before the end of your attunements, I'd like everyone except for Omaceran and Tugal to make Constitution saving throws for me, and Lujan, you can have advantage on that.
I left a while ago. Would I need to?
Do no matter what.
Or...
Well, did you leave with your mask?
I didn't
Oh, yeah.
do anything.
Okay, so you have to stay in one spot
Oh, do you have? Okay.
to attune.
Ha, ha,
So
I was torturing you for an hour.
so you can like shift to the very corner
Yeah,
of the table,
Yeah.
but you can't like get up and walk
Okay.
away
I had
too
an
far away
inspiration
while you're
there.
tuning to items.
Okay.
Okay, so I have an advantage on it.
You have
for
advantage,
what?
yes.
How do I have
And
advantage?
Miss Ron is playing music, so she doesn't need to roll.
Oh, that's a
Saving?
D12.
Constitution saving throw, yes.
Oh boy.
I got 18.
Okay. You are doing just fine with all the ales that you have made.
16.
16, you're doing pretty good too.
12.
12, you are drunk.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where. I think Chakora is just not sure what's going on.
I have a 4. I got a 4.
You got a 4. You are very much tipsy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And Tugal or Tulah,
13.
I'm playing along with
and
that.
you are drunk and tipsy as well. So you've had a few rounds of drinks over this last hour.
Nice.
Lightweight.
At the end of the hour, the mask that Peliel is holding in his hand begins to shift into a white porcelain mask that depicts 2 black eyes, smoothed, and a beak coming out of it, kind of like a crow's beak coming out of it. It's not long like you see those medicine mask wearers.
The witch doctor.
Yes,
or
witch
the-
doctor mask.
the
It's not
plague doctor.
Yeah, it's not that long. It just kind of depicts a normal crow's mask. And as you attune to it, you realize that you can turn it visible or invisible.
Like, so you didn't turn into the mask from Jim Carrey?
I turned to my little my little familiar creep. How's it look?
Looks good. suits you. Keep going along this path, and I think you'll find rewards from the Lady of Fates.
Alright. Take it off and invisible, so just kind of...
Okay. Aziraphale, at the end of your attunement process, your hand releases and the blood begins to form in words. And it says, "Hello there, Aziraphale."
It knows my name!
Because
Nice
he's
to
drunk.
meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You have to speak out loud.
Can you hear me?
Because he's drunk. Perfect.
I kind of feel like you're doing like that whisper where like you're trying to whisper, but you're just doing it loud, like, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic!
Yeah. Wouldn't the book be drunk too because it went for his blood? Okay. I just had like a weird idea. Like maybe the book
That would be the
drunk
most
too.
revolutionary thing I've ever heard.
Uh-huh.
The book writes in your own blood as it forms words onto the page. It says, "We will do great things
Together.
Drunk
Together.
book. Yeah.
Making sure they can hear Tony.
Forever.
I
think we're good.
Yeah. What?
I silenced that mic for the echo because it got too bad.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's picking up you in here and there, and it's also picking us up a little
Gotcha.
bit from that one
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
But no, it's picking him up
It's fine.
good.
at a decent level too.
You've been checking on the audio. I just been
Oh, yeah.
reading the chat.
I've been checking everything.
Alright, at the end of your attunement process, the night is still pretty much young. Music continues to be played. Drinks and food are continuing to be served. Crowd feather he kind of goes out towards and kind of plays as he's going out towards the tables, just kind of greeting everyone, being cordial and friendly. And he comes back to stay on the stage to play some more with the Omaceran and Elsa and Dirkross. What would you all like to do as the evening continues?
Continue to drink.
I would like to talk to them about the
Yeah, to be honest, I'd like to talk to you too.
the Dome of Clear Thought once
Okay.
everything like dies down in the bar.
Okay. You find a moment where you can like take a step out and Elsa and Dirkross continue to play, and then you and Proudfeather kind of like step off the stage, and Proudfeather goes over to talk with Toglin and Trilina, and you can go to your table with your fellow FBI members.
Okay, so I have this other item that I think might be useful for someone other than me. It's called the Tome of Clear Thought, and this book contains memory and logic exercises, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's content and practicing its guidelines, your intelligence score is increased by 2. As does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic but regains in a century. So, does anybody want it?
Please. Unless somebody else desperately needs it, I think that would actually be very helpful for me right now. I'm trying to, get better at tinkering and stuff and make new and exciting things, but I'm also, that sounds like something that might help me out personally as well.
Is everybody cool with that?
Sure, I feel a bit smarter right now. I'm pretty drunk, but I feel a bit smarter already. I'm pretty happy.
Aziraphale, that's not a permanent
Yeah.
thing.
No.
By the way.
I didn't think so.
So, you just want to...
Oh yeah, no, I'm surprised at what happened there, but yeah.
So I don't know if you want to say anything about your future plans.
I would at some point like to be a blood hunter, and I do need to get my intelligence up. permanently. And though I feel like I've made a slight bond with this thing, I'm a little terrified of what it's going to do to me. I can't really. I mean, tinkering's great, but I would like to take the tome because it would put me in the capability of being able to go where I want to go.
It will not.
It will not.
No.
So
You have to have a permanent score of 13 or higher.
Oh, the book. So this book doesn't.
Yes.
Okay.
The Enigma Codex is temporary, so it just makes your score 19, similar to the
but
gauntlets.
so I'm making my argument for the book though, because the book's a permanent score.
The book is a permanent.
That's why I'm making my argument for the book. I'm saying the Enigma, I have bonded with it, but it feels really scary, and I feel like the book would give me a more permanent grasp on.
I would get 19, right?
Yeah, my
you only get
intelligence.
like one more point.
Yeah.
I'd get.
Because you get max to 20.
Yeah, I have a +4 in intelligence, and if I get that one extra point, then I get a +5 to intelligence, which also increases my spells and stuff like that.
Put me up to a 14, which would give me a +2 in intelligence and let me multi-class. I've been very interested since finding out about the Blood Hunters. I would like to join their course.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be more beneficial for Aziraphale to have that then, if that's where you're heading.
Sure.
Tugal will remember this. No.
Okay, cool.
We can get you.
Yeah, it's called a
like
Tome of
feat
Clear
later or
Thought.
something.
Tome of Clear Thought?
We can get you like a feat later, Troy. Get you that extra one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying.
So, and then I have to read this diligently then?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's like 48 hours of reading over 6 days, I think it was.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
you
divide
fix
that
that one?
time into 8
Oh,
hours.
yeah, no one's
For real?
Right. 8
No one
hours
has it?
a day.
Um,
So just depending on
Mm-hmm.
how you want to split up the time.
Well, then I better get started, and I'll head straight upstairs, and I'll get as much reading done before I can go to bed as I can. Then.
Okay. Alrighty.
Shit, your health is so high.
Hmm?
Your health
The
is
night
so high.
begins to come to an end.
I still have the 10th health.
At some point, I'm just gonna
I
look
think
over
there's a
it.
way after a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
At some point, I'm just gonna look over it, the monster, and go, I thought you said it was gonna work in Chakora.
It's not an exact science. I'm sorry. It was really fun.
I am laughing about it. I'm sorry.
For you.
I do feel
Oh,
bad.
it was hilarious for us.
Worth it.
We weren't laughing at you. We were laughing what he was doing.
I was laughing at you a little bit.
I know.
It was good for you.
Bet you wish I'd roll an insight check on that one. So, I just went upstairs. I'm going to read until I go to bed.
Okay. The night begins to come to a close. I'd like everyone to make perception checks for me, please. I guess not you,
Okay.
because you're upstairs.
Okay.
For once, I got something.
Let's see here. Chakora, you're at disadvantage.
What's that name?
Roll again and take the lower number.
Man.
Tulah, you're at disadvantage because you're drunk.
That's not so bad. Not too
Both
bad.
of you are drunk, so.
That's not pretty good.
Did you
I can't roll any less.
Did you roll a
That's
one?
simple.
Yeah.
I have a 14.
Okay.
I rolled a 21.
26.
Okay.
21.
Okay. You all notice that Proudfeather hasn't returned into the tavern for quite some time.
Is that like supposed to be like? Because I feel like I don't know. Omaceran doesn't care if he's gone or not.
This is the issue. He's came and gone multiple times.
He's disappeared.
Just disappears out of nowhere, and then he suddenly, poof, he's back with us again.
I mean, it's a crowded bar. You're not
It's
keeping
not
it
super crowded. We have a direct view of the front entrance, so...
I'm just gonna go up to Toblin and ask where you've seen Proudfeather go.
I mean, he's come in and out of the bar a couple times.
Have you seen him leave?
You know, I haven't seen him around for a little while. I don't know, I kind of lost track of him.
I'll go check the bathrooms. All of
I just
them.
found it odd that he tends to disappear.
It's a
People
weird
go
times
in
he
and out
disappears.
of bars. It's not on the tavern. It's not uncommon, but
True.
you know,
I mean, if you
he is
really-
pretty an eccentric character.
That's why I find it odd that he can just disappear.
Well,
Somebody that eccentric is usually hard to miss.
Well, I mean, if you're really interested, doesn't he have a wagon outside?
Does he?
He did, yes.
Hmm.
So Chakora,
curiosity.
you were gonna go check the privies outside.
Stagger, yes.
You're gonna stagger.
Shall make progress.
Okay, stagger outside. So outside, you do notice that the wagon is Proudfeather's wagon is pretty close to the tavern. You notice that the back doors are shut quickly, and then Proudfeather comes around the side and kind of looks over to you. Ah, Chakora, nice to see you again. Finding your way to the sun place? Oh, stand back a little bit. You're a little bit drunk, I see there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make my way that way to the birdie's room. I don't know.
Yes, little chick's room.
There you go. Yes. And then I just keep walking.
What are you gonna say?
Nothing, just the phrase little chicks room.
That's perfect. Yep.
Something about that.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think I just say things that come out of my mouth and I don't really think about what they say.
It's okay, that's me 85%, no, 99% of the time.
Well, you be careful out there.
Okay, thanks.
Don't fall in.
Yeah, I will try not to. Is there any windows? No, not really.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's some
Not that
windows.
he would see. Because I feel like if he's right outside, yeah. I don't know. I kind of just want to make it quick and then go back inside.
Okay.
So you were gonna, oh, sorry.
I actually do have to go to the bathroom.
Chakora goes to the bathroom. And Peliel, as you're kind of wandering around, trying to figure things out, you notice that Proudfeather steps into this tavern once more, goes over to talk with Toblin, takes out a something from a pouch or a bag that he is holding, and it seems to be a hefty coin purse, and just puts it onto the table or the bar in front of Toblin. And then he gives a slight bow.
Makes a lot of money for a bookseller.
Begins to walk towards the door and exit.
Check coin purse really quick.
Can I am I back inside?
Maybe we should check all the money that we have.
I'm upstairs with the sack.
I'm pretty sure he's paying people off.
I mean,
Well, he's paying for the drinks because he kept on saying it around to everybody.
Has he left yet?
He's headed to the door.
Okay. Sensing everybody's easiness with it, I'm just gonna. Can I cast the spell Detect Thoughts on him?
That's brilliant.
Sure. What's the DC?
Wisdom of 16.
Get out of my head. So,
Wisdom, you said?
Yeah.
What's
I
the
think it's
DC?
16.
Surface thoughts that are on the top of his head are, well, it is time to leave this hold up down. Get on to another.
He's heading somewhere we are.
I have what I can.
Yeah. We actually, after that, I mean, at this topic, we should have been talking about outside of like that information. How do we want to make our plans for Neverwinter? Because we all are planning on heading that way.
Almost says reading right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking to at least the group that's here.
Don't ask me, you're asking a 2-year-old directions.
Well, we could take the ships. There's some ships over in Neverwinter, I'm sure. And Master Talk was talking about taking the ship over Leilong, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking a ship from Leilong, or?
No, he takes the high road from Leilong to Waterdeep.
Oh, wow, he's taking a long way.
Yeah, and there are a couple ships in Leilong to that travel from Leilong to Waterdeep, or that you could find a captain that's going to be willing to make the voyage.
Do I
Suppose
only
that's
get
true.
surface level thoughts, or can I get deeper?
You can. I think you can go deeper. If you
It
want.
says if it
Go deeper.
it says you initially learn the surface level thoughts,
Uh-huh.
and as an action, I can shift or attempt to probe deeper, which is when they do the wisdom saving throw. And if it fails, I gain insight on its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
It's called alcohol.
Okay.
No.
Well,
Get them really drunk.
But it knows that I'm doing
if you
it.
go deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're kind of picking into the mind of Proudfeather, you kind of hear a different voice coming through. You kind of heard the surface thoughts of Proudfeather, and then you hear a different voice. Says, I need to get them back. They're going to need them. It's time to leave before I cause too much confusion in this area. I've already done what I need to do, and I was able to hopefully not arouse suspicions with the patrons of this tavern. But if they do,
Everyone's watching him. We'll leave.
I
I
am prepared. And then, as he's exiting the door, he looks in your direction, Omaceran. He gives you a smirk, and then just winks at you, and then exits the door.
Oh, damn.
Okay. I smile.
So what was that? You guys looked at each other and spot what the heck was that about?
I
What did we miss?
relay all of that information to everyone.
Okay. I mean, should we stop him?
I don't
Just
think
to
it's not a
Doing his
FBI?
I mean,
Open up?
we don't know what exactly he's doing. All we know is he's having to return something to
for the
return something to Neverwinter.
I think I can let this pass. I think he's pretty harmless.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
I mean, well, question is, who is he working for in Neverwinter? Because you two may not know, but the rest of us know that there's a bit of black marketing going on in the higher ups of that area.
They
Human
said-
trafficking, poisons, drugs, whatever.
Oh, I was gonna say dark clothing, but I mean that doesn't sound okay.
Yes, we actually, we actually got in a bit of it when the birds were kidnapped.
That's right.
Oh,
So
How long
the question
ago was
is,
that?
yes,
Payback.
in a couple weeks.
Several weeks ago.
But I mean, the question is he working for them or is he working for? And I just kind of gesture to these ones, like the invisible badge that we have.
mean,
There's another. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind either way. I enjoy watching everybody in this tavern get wasted. But I mean,
I'm not.
if they're going over to Neverwinter anyways, and we need to go there, then I'm sure we'll cross paths if fate deems so. I just want to get over there and, well, I mean, I don't even really know why I want to go over there, really. I just want to go to Waterdeep.
That's fair.
Well, if we're really curious, maybe one of us could try messaging to, I forgot their name, one of the leader kind of group of that group that we helped out.
Harper?
Hmm?
What, the Harper group?
Yeah, the leader of the Harper's group.
Yeah.
Just ask them if they know of Tabaxi that's
Okay.
doing
So
a good job.
you met with Liness and with Delanus, who are running the Harper organization in Neverwinter. And then you met with Madame Rosanna, who was running the Sons of Alvendor organization.
Do we want to just pop a quick message, just make sure there's nothing, just to see if it's a job for them or if it's something that they tell us to worry about?
I think that's fair. Also kind of gives them a heads up. I don't know. Yeah,
I'm gonna,
it wouldn't hurt.
I mean, well, I don't think our little tools can message them, but does anyone have a way to talk to them?
I have a sending stone, but I think that's already
just
connected to one person.
Yeah, that's
I still have my
to the
message
mind.
pad,
That's
but it
literally
needs to
like
be on
between
me.
I have the other ring and you have the other
Yeah,
ring.
so it's just one person.
You two have
So-
the rings?
You gave me the one because I had the most health.
The signet ring. Yeah, I gave one person the signet ring, so we split up in two groups. So
Yeah.
like one ring is on one of you, and
That's
one of
right.
the rings was with the other group.
When we went to go leave, you gave her one. When we went
I
to do our
didn't.
thing,
No, because we didn't talk to them. We didn't have the time to talk to them.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Well, if anything, we can go by Leylon before we catch the boat and ask Phil.
That's Phil.
That's who I was trying to tell you about earlier.
Oh.
So how did you meet Phil?
Oh, Phil? Oh, man. Dude, let me tell you about Phil. Nicest guy ever, right? Okay, he lives in Leylon. I mean, you guys were there, but these guys weren't there. And, like, he lives in Leylon. He has, like, 8 kids, I think? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure he said it was 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said it was 8 kids.
Wow.
I don't know. I kind of saw, like, a fish in the water, and I was, like, trying to pet it. And then I got stuck in his net, and he untangled me. And then we got to talking, and he's a really nice guy. I think he has, what, 8 kids? I think he has 8
I think
kids.
it was 8.
Pretty sure it was 8 kids. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway. No, Phil's just nice,
I think
man.
he's a great guy.
I'm just sitting there like,
And-
what?
Yeah, and he always ends up in places that I least expect him.
I don't know who Phil is.
They had to come up with something because they weren't fighting a dragon for 5 hours.
Hey,
Hey,
That
fought
is
with
true.
a
That wasn't
giant
made up.
crab.
That wasn't made up.
Mhm.
Phil was in
Phil's
the
actually,
Phil actually was
the
there.
character.
I know he was.
I may have forced him into
Oh yeah, I
this
jumped in
episode.
the voice. I jumped in the voice chat and like suddenly
Well,
like this character Phil came out and was like, who?
Oh,
I think fighting a giant with a giant crab is way cooler than fighting a dragon.
No,
It's- it
not
was
at
How
all.
many people
Pretty
can
cool.
say they fought with a giant
I'm really
crab?
glad I'm upstairs.
so how
never
far
know if
was
it is.
the message that you guys wanted to send?
Neverwinter, which is
Right
pretty
there.
far.
Pretty far.
I mean, I could write a letter, but I feel like by the time it gets there,
Yeah.
My
I'll be
message
there.
spell only works with people I can see.
only people you can see, or
Yeah,
people
at a
you've seen.
distance. No, hold on. I gotta read this.
Use the
now.
cantrip, right?
Chakora,
Yeah,
you
it
wanna-
has to be within
I'm
range.
sure that you probably have
Yeah.
the sending spell prepared, so if you wanted to send a message.
Yeah, let's just do that.
It's probably
Totally know
better.
I had that. Yep.
And you did meet Linus and Delanus of the Harpers.
Ah,
3rd level spell.
you right.
So
I'm
you
about
can
to go to
just-
sleep.
Just
They're all arguing, and I'm like, Wait, I got some. Never mind, just kidding.
I mean, I
Alright,
don't
let's
think these papers are going to get there.
let's send something. Apparently, that's 25 words or less. 25 words or less.
We're gonna reuse ready to count.
Who are you sending
To Lynette.
Lynette, okay. The water genocide.
Okay. Strange Catman locked into Phandalin.
But that's wonderful.
Seems to be driving a wagon filled with things that we don't know. Keep an eye out for his presence.
Oh, we were more asking. Okay.
No, 25.
We were
Wait, what were we doing?
more asking. Okay.
That was it. Want to send another one?
Whoa, what was I supposed to say? I'm
The response comes back.
drunk.
We are, yeah,
Oh, yes,
she
she's
is
drunk.
drunk.
Oh no!
The response comes back. I've met several strange tabaxi.
Oh, I forgot his name.
I don't
Proud
know
feather?
who you are referring to. Is everything okay?
Emoji. Guys, what am I supposed to say?
We're just
His
asking
name
you.
is Proud Feather.
Is he
You'll know why.
Do you know of a tabaxi working a job in Phandalin?
Do you know it's actually named Proudfeather working a job for you? Or anyone else? Yeah.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Send.
It actually just said at the end.
The response comes back.
Was that enough words?
I have heard of Proudfeather, the book writer. I am not sure what he is doing in Phandalin.
She don't know nothing, guys.
Alright.
Well,
Alright.
It was worth a try.
yeah.
Does Tulah notice that panther?
I think that is.
What?
Proudfeather.
Oh,
Is that
What is that?
Yes, that is
I
Proudfeather.
think it is.
I didn't have a great. Didn't have time to put a great fancy together.
That's
Someone's
okay.
trying to pull a fast one. I want to pet it. I've seen it
Or
for 10
touch it.
minutes.
All of a sudden, a panther attacks Aziraphale.
It disappears.
Whoa!
So outside, you do hear kind of a rush of arcane magic, and then you hear the clippity clop of some hooves and the turning of wagon wheels. The turning of wagon wheels going off into the distance.
Okay.
An hour passes and things begin to settle down within the tavern. People begin to go on their ways towards home. Elsa, Nilsa, Nashil, and Hakam return to their homes. You begin to make your way upstairs when the door to the inn bursts open and Herlov comes through the door. He shouts to you all as FBI members. They're gone. Someone took the 2 drow prisoners. All that was, I got knocked out, and all that was left.
Maxie bit the force. No,
All that
that
was
was
left. All
again.
that I found in their cell was this gray feather.
Proudfeather.
It'd be funny if it was one of your feathers and they think it was you.
You're under arrest. Give me your badge. You don't deserve
reading
this.
my book.
Where's your alibi?
I think we know who it is and we know where they're headed. Can we catch up? Do we want to go after them?
Who were these prisoners?
I think everybody
The
is
drow that found in the
plastered.
cave.
Like a long
I'm
time.
cool.
We're supposed to
And
Yeah.
we could.
If I started clearing up, how long have I been
An hour has
upstairs
passed
reading?
at least.
You've been up for a couple hours.
So more.
Well, it could be okay by now.
So you
Well, maybe.
sobered up.
Okay.
I think about this time you guys have sobered up a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
grab the cart and go.
Well, we know where he's headed, so.
Yes,
I'm
but
down
by
to
the time he
go.
gets there, we may never see them again.
Well, better get on it then.
If you find
Alright, let's do it.
I do want to talk to Tugal real quick and tell him that I'm going to leave the
Let's go
burrow,
upstairs
but
and
I'm
get
going
me.
to take a couple bottles with me. I don't want to take the whole entire thing with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
A lot of
you
people
put
enjoyed it, so I'm going to leave
Yeah.
my barrel there.
You want to leave your barrel there?
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
just going to take like, maybe 5 bottles.
Okay. You can fit the barrel in the wagon if you want it.
We can't possibly travel with the barrel. Oh no, it definitely fits in the wagon.
Oh, no.
Gosh dang it!
No, you're fine.
I'm taking it.
Take
I'm
the
taking it.
Do I
If
hear
it
a
fits,
ruckus
we're
outside
taking
the
it.
roll of the barrel?
Yes, well, yeah, I mean, Wujin's a pretty strong individual, so he can carry it all by himself.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Oh,
can.
can I actually hold on to a bottle? I have an idea for an invention.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep
Molotov.
going. We're
Yeah,
driving
I mean,
out.
While
We're
we're walking,
going.
yes,
I
I will
mean,
give you a
Sorry,
bottle.
Tublin.
Cool.
There's an emergency that's happening. We have to go.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope to see you again soon.
We might be heading to Waterdeep after that. We don't know. Okay, bye.
I wave at everybody with a smile as I leave.
A couple patrons lift up their heads. Hi, Mr. On, and then they
Slam it down.
they slam back up at the
The drunk, even if they were still drunk, they'd be like trying to run out the door. That'd be hilarious.
You gather your things and get the cart ready to go. You put the barding onto the horses, and then he-yah off to the road towards the Trevor Trail in the night. A couple hours pass, and then you begin to see some smoke off into the distance. And then you notice that pulled over on the side of the kind of where the Trevor path and the road to Vandalin meet. You see within the forest and grassland clearing there, a small camp has been set up, and you see a fire has been set up.
Ooh. We should dive bomb him as birds and be
A
like,
familiar
"Gotcha."
wagon is set out with no horse, and 3 tents are set up around the campfire.
Very interesting.
We should
Definitely worth an investigation.
set up camp at no fire and watch out, or stake out.
I think we should ambush them.
Could do that too.
I can turn someone invisible and they can go check out the tents.
Ooh. Okay, that's
That'd
pretty.
be-
That's a
that'd be
much
handy.
better
Yeah.
That'd be very
plan.
handy.
Who wants to do the honors?
Someone's stealthy.
Who's stealthy?
Ooh. Not me.
Neither of us.
You're stealthier.
He's the stealth one in that room.
You're
Not
small.
budgeting for you.
Who has dark vision?
He has dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
that
can
Oh,
buy
yeah.
makes-
goggles at night with dark vision.
You have to be attuned to it.
That
not
does.
tuned.
Oh, for the. Oh, no, sorry, not the night vision. I'm thinking mine.
Yeah.
Smoky.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna
Alright.
turn you into.
It's nighttime now. It's nighttime.
Don't have them all.
Alrighty.
Invisible?
You are invisible.
My hands! No. Alright, I guess I'll just try finding a path with the least amount of leaves and branches. Just take the levers of the most silent path you can take.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please.
Alright. Oh, you should not have trusted me.
Oh no, I know you always
You're
roll
invisible,
bad.
so
It's
you
always-
can roll with advantage.
Okay, thank you. I rolled a different
You
dice.
do have furious roll.
Huh? The inspiration. I'll see that. I'll see that after. I'll see that after.
It's not too bad.
Fine, I'll use the inspiration. Fine.
I don't know.
Every time somebody tells me to use inspiration, it's always the same. So it'd be a 19.
A 19?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, where are you headed?
Everyone, we need a stick. We just like point where we
A
want
laser
to go.
pointer?
Yeah, like a laser pointer or something.
Well, on the TV screen, wouldn't it just kind of disappear a bit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't tried a laser pointer.
I'm gonna sneak behind. See if I can sneak behind that middle tent and listen in. See if I can hear anything. Like
This one?
yeah, sneak behind that one.
Okay. And you're listening?
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception check for me.
Great rolls. That's gonna be a 13.
A 13. You hear nothing coming from inside the tent.
Alright. I just kind of sneak around to the center of the two on the top.
Over this way?
Yeah. And see if I can see like, well, a little bit closer to the entrance.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna see if I can see, are any of the tent flaps open?
They're all closed.
Okay.
Someone should make an owl noise or something to see
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna just take a real slow, kind of like take the very bottom of the tent and just poke my eye under.
Okay.
Just kind of the corner, wherever it's like bunched up.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Oh no, you guys should not trust in me. I'm doing terrible rolls.
Just give
I
us
just
See that
like
deer
a
go
bug
by?
thing. Was it
No,
a
that's
deer?
11.
It was a deer.
11. Okay, so you're a little bit rough-handed
So
as you're
I think
lifting
you're
up. You
pointing
lifted
in
a
the
little
actual
bit,
garage.
like too
Here.
farther than you really
Yeah.
and expected, but there's nothing inside.
Nothing inside?
Nothing.
It's very. It's not good.
Peliel, as you're looking
He's gonna-
inside this tent, Wungon, you feel a blade pierce into your back. And then you hear a whisper. First comes the lightning.
Oh no.
I just got chills. Oh, what's happening?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
That was a lot of dice.
Yeah, it was.
And you take 50 points.
He's still alive. He
I'll
has
still
more
be
health than me.
alive.
You're going to take 42 lightning damage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, I just jinxed you so hard.
He crit.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
Oh no, he crit.
I'm so glad it wasn't me.
42, you said?
I'm right next to him.
That is so many dice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Chewie's almost.
Still has more health than me.
Plus an additional 43 lightning damage.
Oh,
Well, I'm
he's
down.
down. No.
Oh no.
It's gonna. There's more damage? Isn't he down?
This... Wait, what? I don't know
And
why those things are on there.
then a burst of thunder comes rocking your chest. You're already down, but you feel it as you fall down, face down in front of
Holy
Chakora.
shit.
And as you're falling down, you hear it in the back of your head. Then comes the thunder. It was non-lethal damage, so you're not going to make any death saving throws.
non-lethal.
But you all watch as Wungon falls straight to the ground.
Alrighty then. Yeah, they were smart to take out the barbarian.
Okay. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna bust out my
Can I,
clockwork Fayfly.
Can I do a word of healing?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
We're doing
I
initiative.
search
or
his
we just-
pockets for potions of healing, but just like chuck them down his throat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
3
we
on
can
me,
do it.
so.
Tugal, what are you doing?
I was gonna activate my clockwork Fayfly so
Okay.
then I could cast Fairy Fire.
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
Are you casting? Are you just lifting it up and then casting it within the area?
Yeah, just to see if it catches anything, because we just like saw Wungon go down.
Yep.
And yeah.
And he's gonna make a. No, that was clock.
Oh.
All right. As the light emits from it, it doesn't seem to catch anything.
Crap. So
So
there isn't
none of
even
us
anything in
see
there.
anything?
Shakora, you're casting Healing Word on Wungon.
Yeah, as I take flight up, I'm like, and then just like usher a word of healing. So I'm actually using a 2nd level. Yeah, I think. No, actually, this is 3rd level. Yeah, 3rd level healing word. So it says something about using a spell slot of a 2nd level or
Yes, you
higher.
just roll 3d4.
3? Oh, okay. Got it.
3d4.
3d4. So I shall do that.
I am going to cast Zephyr Strike and fly straight up.
Okay.
Where are you?
Alrighty.
There you go.
How
This is
far
the-
are you?
I'm just gonna fly 20 feet up.
I think. Oh wait, that's.
Oh, D4. Sorry, not D6.
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Oh, that's
Red Marsh, what is the healing word of the day?
FBI open up.
Alright. Let's do this.
Just roll. You don't have to roll a d20.
I know. I'm
FBI
taking
close
these.
up the wound. I don't know.
That's not too bad, guys.
FBI
Okay, so
stuff
2
opening
plus
up.
4 plus 5. I mean, sorry,
9.
2 plus 4 plus 3. So 9.
Okay.
Nine.
Wungon, you gain
Plus 5.
9
Plus
hit
5.
points and are
Plus 14.
down.
Yes, it hurt because she passed the spell. So 14 each.
Oh, it is.
The amount.
Yeah. So
So 14.
14.
Not 9, 14.
I'll have everyone roll in.
Alright.
That's about right.
Well, I'm gonna put my inspiration down. No, I'm gonna wait.
Okay, that's pretty good.
There, I rolled decent.
I can't roll decent too.
Eh. That's all good.
I tossed it and it didn't roll. It just
Just plopped.
on a natural 1.
Oh no.
All right. 30 to 25.
30. Somebody can reach a 30 in our group?
Not in our group.
Okay. All right. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19. Okay. Is anyone from 20 to... Did you roll your initiative?
Sorry,
yet?
no, we didn't even hear.
We were
Come on.
being
Oh
done.
yeah, sorry. 5.
Yes.
Yeah, and it gets in
Oh, sorry. This is my bad.
to be at the very top.
Okay, what was it?
Initiative.
Initiative, right. Alright, 13.
Okay. So 19 to 15. Anybody
Okay.
else? 15 to 10.
14.
Yeah, 13. 10.
I got 8.
Okay. 8 and Tugal.
5.
That's the nice thing, really. I got a 6, but I rolled a natural 1, so I don't know how you go about that. I got 6. So I got
Okay.
6.
Tugal, what was yours?
5.
5. Okay.
Natural 20s and natural 1s are mostly just combat thing. They're not
I didn't know
Yeah.
because some I
Yeah.
played with DMs that do weird stuff when you roll a natural 1 or an she does.
Black figure. Ooh.
Okay. All right. Top of the round. Let's see here. Aziraphale rocketing out from a tree right next to you comes this black figure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't miss the sounds of those dice rolling. I don't miss those.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That's a ranged weapon?
Nope. It's coming out towards you. The figure's coming out towards you, and then this black figure is piercing you in the sky.
Why did I get movement though?
What?
I flew in the air.
Yeah, you're 20 feet up high in the air. Yep. And it came from the tree next to you.
Okay, that's what it is?
Yep. Just rocketing across
25
from
hits.
the tree.
Get with your claws.
It's fine, it's starting to cool down in here.
Yeah, it is. So we see it. Probably since the sunlight.
This music is very. Yay!
We're all gonna fucking die.
We're
Like
all-
shadow figure.
Okay, that's going to be
In the
11
forest.
lightning damage.
It's gonna have a positive
All
attitude.
gonna die.
And
All gonna die.
26
Crap, friend. That's
thunder
all it's
damage.
in. We're not gonna die.
I'm down.
And then everyone watches the black figure, just this thunderous magic emits from Aziraphale's body. This black figure holds Aziraphale, lands on the ground, and then sets him down, and then runs off into the forest.
At least he was nice about it.
Somebody went.
Okay? Peliel.
All right. I'm
Wait,
all
did
the
he do
way.
anything?
Do I even see this
Okay.
on the other side of the tents? Looking in. Do I?
So you
I
saw-
hear it.
Yeah, so you're looking in, you kind of hear some movement going on, and then you look and watch Wungon fall, Aziraphale, Chakora go up into the air, and then you watch like this dark figure like rocket out of a nearby tree, stab into Aziraphale, hold him as he's coming down, and then just land gently onto the ground.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna start running over there.
Okay.
Or
These 5 feet
should
squares
I-
or 10 feet
no,
squares?
I'm the one who's
Okay.
closest to the thing. Should I just look really quickly inside the wagon?
I'm in mine as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Peliel will be concerned for a moment, but just really quickly go over to the wagon, see if he can open it up.
Okay. Over here?
Yeah.
Alrighty. The wagon is locked.
Okay, I'm gonna use the silver or the pick lock thing.
The
Lockpick.
locksmith's thing. Okay, why don't you, let's see here. Go ahead and read that again.
Locksmith's Bane. Silver lockpick twists and reorientates itself to be easily more open locks. You gain +3 bonus on ability checks when you make this tool in order to pick open a lock.
Okay. Go ahead and make your Thieves' Tools check with a +3.
Alright. +3, so that's gonna be a 19.
A 19. Doesn't unlock.
I'm just gonna knock on it really quick. Just
Okay.
gonna knock on it.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception, that's 19.
Okay.
I'm rolling like
19.
around 10.
You don't hear anything as you're kind of putting your ear down or onto the door of the wagon. You look down in the corner, bottom right corner. You recognize a familiar symbol on the wagon. The Hydra Assault drives.
Okay. It's a magic wagon. Alright, bonus action dash then.
Okay, you can go
Use
5 more feet.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Where are
and
you headed?
to the group.
Okay, so that's 5, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think you can get 1 per move. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I counted that wrong. It should have been 5 and then 30.
Okay.
Alright.
Sure.
Okay, Omaceran.
Aziraphale's down, right?
Aziraphale is down, but it doesn't appear that he is bleeding out. And you watch the black figure set Aziraphale down.
I'm so confused.
It's either.
We're not gonna say anything. I can't say anything.
You're still invisible.
Yep.
I can't cast any more spells. So I'm just gonna.
It is a
Does
concentration, don't worry
Wungon
about it.
still? Huh?
It's a concentration, don't worry about it.
You can keep piling on healing on Wungon though.
Yeah, that's what I was
have
thinking.
9 health right now.
You have 9.
I have 9 health.
No,
14.
You have 14.
At 14?
Yeah.
I thought it was
14.
9
9 plus 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
messed up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll
Don't sell yourself short.
I'll fish some potions out of Chewy's bag and start feeding him some. Okay, well, okay.
Get back up,
I have
you
cure
beast.
wounds. I'll just use cure wounds instead.
Open your mouth. Shoot.
Which is 3d8 plus 5. I forgot what a d8 looks like. There it is.
Pyramid butt to butt.
but okay, we go. 10 plus 5 is
10 plus 5.
yeah, right?
15?
Yeah, 15.
15.
Is that right?
10 plus 5 is 15.
Yeah. No, I was wondering if I added the dice right.
Okay.
Yep. 15.
Hey.
And yeah, I'll just chill where I'm at. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Alrighty. Tulah.
Do I still see the black figure? Like, is he still right there?
So you watched as he landed
Or? Mm-hmm.
and then disappeared into the forest.
Out of curiosity, with the beast sense spell, do I give a command to that beast, or do they just do whatever they want?
The beast sense spell.
Yeah.
You have to touch a willing beast for that. And
Right.
What are you?
But I'm wondering if
what beast are you trying to target?
nothing specific. Just I was wondering if I could find like I don't know, like a bird or a bat or something to like see if it could fly around and find out what he's doing.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for me first.
Okay. That's gonna be. That's gonna be a 20, not natural 20, but a 20.
Okay, a 20. So you do, like, you see off in the branches, and then above you, you do see a couple night birds,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also see, a couple bats flying out. The interesting thing that you do notice as you're looking around is that kind of just right on top of the wagon, just kind of hanging out, standing still, sitting still, is a gray horned owl. Looks familiar.
When a monster turned me invisible, what happened to Creed?
We'll just say that Creed turns invisible.
Okay.
There's just this
It'd just be a floating like
That's a crow. It's not even flapping its
Wait,
wings. It's just right there.
Glitched out game animal.
Because Grease kind of like a part of you, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
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 It's like an extension.
Okay. I'm gonna Well, how far away is that?
It's over like on top of the wagon.
Yeah.
I wish I had. That's the one thing
It's
that
more
I
than 30
do
feet
wish
away.
that was
It's
nice
like
with roll 20 is that you click and then it shows
Yeah.
where you're clicking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's on top of the wagon.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you could move.
Yeah. I was gonna see if I could get Pudge to sneak over there and try to grab the owl.
Grab the owl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legit?
Let's
That's kind of what I imagined.
I'm just now realizing that we might have neglected to mention the fact that we have a giant frog with armor as a pet.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does have
mention
the
Kree
scale
earlier.
now.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
that.
So I mean, Pudge can get that far.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Are you going to stay where you are?
I'll probably just move like halfway closer to Peliel.
Halfway closer.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to be able to know where I am.
Yeah, like around. Yeah, like around there.
20.
I need to stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have some?
I've been watching.
I've been
so
watching.
left.
Oh,
I've been watching him for like
A decent amount is gone. A decent
Alright.
amount.
Like
is
he's
gone.
been rolling on
chunk
that
of
into a
it.
love potion.
Chakora, this
I need to get
this
it
area is a little bit lit up by like this teal light that is emitting from this fey fly
Okay.
around the area. So you can see a little bit around this area, but it just looks like this multicolored teal light emitting from the dark.
Well, Aziraphale's still down, right?
Yeah, he is.
I'm just gonna use my second level heal,
It's like,
no,
I wonder.
Cure Wounds, which is a touch spell. So I got down touch. And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll 2d8 plus 5 for Cure Wounds. Okay.
2d8 plus 5, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, 10 plus 5, so 15. You know,
Alright.
Very nice.
Aziraphale,
that's pretty much my action.
you have recovered some HP. Chakora is now up there with you.
Can I ask him a question if he's like,
Aziraphale?
yeah.
Yeah, he wakes up.
I'm like, I shake him a little bit, not really. And I'm like, was it him? Was it the cat?
Is my hat still on?
Aziraphale, you did hear a whisper in your ear as you fell unconscious.
Nice sword. It's got worse one-liners than I do.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Was it a familiar accent?
Okay.
It was oddly nice. Like Peliel betraying me under the love potion.
Alright, anything else, Chakora?
No, that's good. I just
Alright,
want to make sure.
Wujan, you have recovered some HP. You are still prone on the ground. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use half my movement speed to get up,
Alright.
and automatically bonus action rage.
Okay. Do you want some?
It's good.
I don't know where this dude is at,
That's
so
That sounds so familiar. I'm trying to remember.
Enchanted.
Yes.
When the
can I hit down
Oh,
cut down a tree just in case he's up on one?
Where are you headed? Start tree.
In every dream tonight.
one of the trees up over there.
There's one to four.
So you
Oh,
go
yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, and then get close to a tree.
I have to keep my rage going, so if I hit something,
Yeah, go ahead and swing with Hugh.
You're chopping down a tree.
Yep.
Wait, is you that war? No.
no, I'm gonna do battle axe.
Use a.
How dirty is this place?
You gonna put popcorn in it?
Yep.
Not dirty enough, I guess.
Fill her up.
I got a natural 1 with a
One?
+9, so it's 10.
Okay. So you're still a little bit uneasy about this pain that is in your back, and you kind of swing towards the tree. Oh, okay. And you're kind of getting a little crick in your
Oh
back.
man.
How old are
First
you,
attack.
Wujin?
How old are you?
I'm only 30 years old.
Out of how
What's the
many?
lifespan of a miniature?
150.
Oh,
well,
dang.
wait.
I'm like 20 out of 50.
Yeah,
I think
a
I'm
minotaur
40
can
out
live
of
up
like
to
100.
150 years.
So it's like
I'm
40
young.
human years.
I'll attack the tree again.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm
You're
done with the
also
freaking metal dice. That's a freaking one again. God damn it! I'm done with it.
The pain rockets through your back even more. You are disadvantaged on your next attack.
Help!
What did I hit? I'm sorry. I was listening to what
You
you
get
said.
disadvantage on
You're a
your
disadvantage
On the next
your
one? Okay.
attack. As the pain in your back is still
Ah.
very sore. Already,
Life alert.
Aziraphale.
Use half my movement speed to get up. I want to cast a spell for my bonus action, but for my bonus action, I just adjust my hat.
Okay.
And for my action, I will.
You're just like.
I will just hold a melee attack in case something tries to hit me.
Okay.
I'll just steady myself.
All right. So, are you holding Frostbane?
No.
Alrighty.
Frostbane with 2 hands.
Okay. Tugal.
Well, there honestly isn't a lot that I can do. I can do. Okay, it's a little. Okay, no. It's actually a little unclear. How many times can the Clockwork Fayfly cast Fairy Fire? Just once, and then it needs like a short or long rest.
Once per day.
Once per day.
Yep. It has one charge. It regains its charge at dawn.
But
it can still get infinite on the light cantrip.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. It's got Fairy Fire twice in there, so I was like confused.
Oh.
But
Not sure why. I'll have to go fix that later.
You put the ball
Yeah, I
on
guess
this.
so.
I don't want my carrot. I'll get it dirty.
Yeah, the whole thing is twice.
yeah.
I think I just realized.
And the
something.
light cantrip just lights up the
I
area.
think the name plays
Correct.
backwards on ours because I didn't flip ours horizontally earlier.
Well, let's see. Wujon is
Earlier
desperately
there's
trying to
mistakes.
cut down a tree, which might alert the people in the tent. And if I turn on the light, then it might also show them where we are. I don't know. We're in a really awkward position right now. Let's see. God, I don't know.
Try negotiating.
What happens when you ask the
Try
intelligent
negotiating. Try
character to think of a solution to a problem?
Thank you.
The guy with the
I don't want to get
charisma.
tased, bro. Let's talk about this.
It's a taser.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So you're just shouting out into the forest?
No.
No.
I probably shouldn't shout when there's a camp of people nearby.
No, there's
Yes.
not. There's
Well-
not, but you don't know that.
I mean, yeah, if we think that if we lost the drow prisoners and this is the guy we think it is, and that they have the drow prisoners, probably don't want to also wake them up. Does anybody need any healing? Because I can heal real quick.
I mean, them two are still.
Aziraphale.
We're the only ones that really took any
Aziraphale and
damage.
Wujon have fell already.
Yeah. How much health do you guys have right now?
She's at 29.
I did.
He's at
How much am I
29.
Where you at?
10.
Yeah, I'm at 29 health.
15.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some extra health. You ready?
I'm using all my spell slots just
I know.
I'm not here nobody another night.
Alright, I'm gonna cast a level 2 Cure Wounds on Aziraphale then, so you get
Okay.
2d8 plus 4.
Alright, go ahead and roll your d8s.
Nice.
Unlimited
Power! I'm just waiting for him to like stab me.
So, I don't make myself sick if I eat that much.
Oh, I am sick.
Like, for a good, like, hour and a half to 2 hours, you were constantly eating.
Here's the problem with popcorn. I just passively eat it without realizing it, so I've just been eating it.
Just
the
I've been
whole time.
watching him.
What
He's
did
not
you roll?
making eye contact with any of
Uh,
us.
D8
Oh,
for your healing.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was him that had to roll that.
No.
That was dumb. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
D8 that.
I need my D8. 2d8 plus 4. That is 10 health.
Perfect.
10 more health.
My B. My B.
Okay. Alright.
And that'll end my
Stay there.
turn.
Are you gonna
I
stay
knew
there,
something was
Tugal?
gonna happen. We're not gonna go through our first live stream without a big bang, Kelly.
I'll probably
Might
occupy
have
that space that's sort of like underneath Wujon and catty cornered to.
Over here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then, oh, you know what? Nah, I won't worry about that right now. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm done.
Alrighty.
Who's looking?
Anticipation's coming in.
Rocketing out from the tree line, Aziraphale, you see this black figure. He stops in front of you. He looks up at you, and you see these two pale green eyes emerging from a hood. Let's try this again, shall
Oh
we?
no.
Go ahead and make your attack.
With Cryovane, that's a 19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
Okay.
And he looks up at you again and dodges your attack. Sometimes you just need to show that you are the best.
That's right.
And he stabs you with his rapier. So that's going to be 18 to hit.
Just hit.
Because you told all the stories.
Huh?
That's going to be 14 lightning damage.
Oh.
Is he doing
And 18 thunder damage. First action. Second action. Let's see here. Tugal. Let's see here.
Yeah, and it's gonna.
Omaceran, you watch as this black figure comes towards Aziraphale. You hear a familiar voice, and then Aziraphale goes down once more, and then you see the rapier get sheathed as it's kind of emitting this lightning crackling energy. It gets sheathed, and then a blackened blade appears in this dark figure's hand, and then it gets thrown at Wungon. Wungon, it's going to be a 29 to hit.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be 13 psychic damage.
That's full damage?
Full damage.
You do you.
That is a lot of dice.
That did not sound good.
Oh no.
And that's going to be 32 psychic damage.
Well, I'm down again.
And Omaceran, you watch as the blade hits into Wujon's back, and then the black figure disappears, and it looks like it's forming into the blade, into this blade that was thrown, and then the black figure appears over Wujon's body as it falls. So it looks like he teleported to Wungon.
Okay, well, I'm gonna apologize to everyone right now, but I'm gonna take out my gag whistle and blow it.
What's that?
Okay. You can do that on your turn.
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
Nope. Tugal.
Dang it.
Tugal, you watch as a black figure emerges from the blade that just embedded itself in Wungon, and it looks at you, and you see a black tabaxi with purple stripes and pale green eyes. He looks at you and says, "You know,
Sometimes you just have to prove to yourself that you still got it. That you are the best of the best.
Wait, crop feather?
All right, Peliel, you have seen this figure now stand over Wungon, drop Aziraphale, and appeared next to Tugal. What would you like to do?
Peliel probably doesn't really understand what's going on, so he's gonna try. He's still invisible.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try sneaking up in between Wungon and like on the other side of him, from the other side of Wungon to him.
This side?
Yeah, right where she was pointing over there.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, over this side?
Yeah.
To get the sneak attack.
Okay, well, you're going to have to be catty corner to 2 rolls.
So how far was that?
You can just make it.
I can't be the one spot down? Or, oh, I have to be catty to Tugal, not
Yes,
Wungon?
because
Oh,
Wungon is now unconscious.
Oh, Wungon's unconscious, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. As you're passing by, Peliel, you watch the eyes of the green eyes of this black tabaxi watch your every step as it gets closer to you.
You can see invisible stuff.
I can still sense you, my friend.
Oh, because he's... Okay. Well, no, he's the...
They got whiskers.
What would you like to do?
Nightbringer.
Okay.
Golden Blades.
Yep. So you do have advantage because you're flanking. So go ahead and take your attack at advantage.
Just be like... I'm just kind of also going... What do you need with the drow?
Okay.
Well, I'm asking while I'm attacking, because he seems to be chatty in combat.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, really? Really? It doesn't hit. Let's just say it doesn't hit.
Okay, so the thunderous energy emitting from Nightbringer as you hear the whispers from the blade. Yes. Yes. Blood. I require blood. Your invisibility. You are now visible again because you made an attack, and the black tabaxi looks at you and says, "Nice trick, but I have one better."
About the drow.
Yes. I need them. I know who you are.
And that's all he's going to say for now. Miss Ron.
Gag whistle.
Okay.
What is that?
All right. Emitting from the gag whistle, a high piercing sound. I would like Peliel, Chakora, Tugal, and Tulah to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Yep.
You know what? I'm not gonna use that dice.
That I do fine. That I do fine. Sure.
No more of that.
But then like somebody
Bad
do,
decision.
well,
That's huge.
oh, you did it on that one. Okay. I thought you were.
I shouldn't have used the white one.
Okay. This isn't good.
Alrighty. Peliel.
15.
Sorry. Tugal, you... Yes. You want to make a noise?
19.
19. And Tulah?
6.
Okay. Chakora?
Hey, 5.
5. Chakora and Tulah, this high-pitched sound emanating just makes you... You're like dry heaving at this sound.
Hairball.
I don't have those.
How did he do?
Anything else?
Nothing else happens?
Doesn't affect him?
Thank God.
Doesn't seem to affect the tabaxi.
Wow.
Thanks, Omaceran.
Sorry, I tried. I don't know what else to do. Was that an action?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna. I'll give some bardic inspiration to Tulah.
Okay. Tulah, you have bardic inspiration. At the end of your turn, Miss Ron, the tabaxi looks at you and says,
was very nice playing with you tonight.
I don't like that. No,
Wait.
don't like that.
Wait, what?
Don't like that. I'm like very quiet and just like still. I'm like, don't like that. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Now it's Tulah's turn.
Tulah.
Okay. So I'm wanting to like tell Pudge to like jump up, try and grab this owl.
Jump up.
Okay.
And bite him.
5, 10, 15, 20. As Pudge jumps up there, the owl flies back. And then it seems to fly out towards the now black Tabaxi.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell him to come back for now.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Alright, he'll be able to go back to where he started.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, Tulah, the Tabaxi turns around to you all and says,
As much fun as this was, maybe it is best to talk.
I like talking.
I'd rather prefer to talk because I keep on getting knocked down.
I'm good at talking.
But I can't
he
speak.
touches something on his cloak and then reveals a Harper pin.
Dang it. She lied.
Well, I don't know if she lied or she just didn't know what we were talking about. She doesn't know the mission.
No, she
Or maybe stole that. You seem to have tricky fingers.
Yes, I do, but I am willing to share the information I have. Isn't that right, Peliel? Or should I say, a lot more sick?
Sorry, you coughed when you said that. Could you repeat the name?
Yeah, what?
These characters.
I didn't.
Nobody's supposed to know it, but everybody seems to know it.
Where did you hear that name?
If you guys would like to, we don't have
Yeah.
to do initiative. If you want to just break down and listen to the conversation.
I was
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to talk this out.
Yeah.
I like talking.
That's a fail.
Nope, it's non-lethal. Everything is non-lethal.
Yeah.
this guy is doing.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
he
don't
wasn't
like
killing
it.
us.
I'm
He was
still
knocking us
unconscious, so
out.
I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, can I use my medicine to at least pick him back up?
I don't like
Some
it.
people are just
If
in
you
water
guys
over
want
his
to
head.
cast your healing magics while
Please.
Peliel and this figure are
Here, I'll,
speaking.
You gonna heal me?
I'll throw a medicine check
Yeah.
on
I
you.
know lots of
Since that's also really high.
and lots of people.
You can heal me a lot.
I
But you
guess.
see, I have a network. But
Oh wait, that's proficiency.
the black.
I'm sorry, I literally can't hear you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I would say a little
20, but not natural.
Network is
Oh, okay.
very
Well,
familiar.
yourself just like his me.
Where you have
Yeah.
come from and what Monsoon wants could be related. But you see, I don't only work for the Black Network. I work for Laurel Silverhand of the Moonstars and the Harpers. I know that you have recently become the agents of the Harpers. But you know, sometimes my claws, they get a little bit itchy. And it's important to show others how much more powerful you are. So although this might not have been the most delightful encounter, I hope you do realize that there are many other powerful beings in this world that you will have to work to defeat. Whereas you didn't even, you weren't able to catch me, you weren't able to lay a scratch on me. You need to work harder, become more powerful.
Okay, so
I'm
first of
level
all,
5.
so first of all, not nat 20, but I rolled a 20 for medicine check to pick him back up. Does he get any health back from that?
He doesn't get any health, but he's stabilized. So if you guys wanted to expend some healing charges to bring Aziraphale and Wungon back up.
We're not all attacking anymore. Is that true? Okay.
Yeah, not attacking.
Alright.
Wungon waking up.
Let me on him!
Let's calm
Are
down.
you still down or are you?
No, I'm
Okay.
Did Chakora heal you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you.
I'll give
Okay,
The black tabaxi walks over to Aziraphale. He puts a hand on your shoulder, Aziraphale.
15.
This guy does everything.
just gonna like put my head down.
He's stealthy, does spells.
Tabaxi of all
healing.
trades. The tabaxi of all trades.
15.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
20 points.
It's almost like this is somebody's
I get
favorite,
gold.
most the character that they want to throw in the campaign.
True.
Not OP.
Just maximize.
80 points of damage per attack is not maximum. When Wungon went down, I was like, I should have flown higher. That's why I was mad when I went down. I was like, I should have flown higher.
Yeah, as soon as you saw me, you should have.
healing. You can reroll.
Yeah, I was like, 25 feet should be fine. He flies out of the tree. Dang it!
Alright, that's great. So 8 plus.
You watch as some sort of spell that is giving him, like, he looks like he's a little bit harder to move, like he's shimmering a little bit, and then he's, the movements that he has are just kind of jarring and really fast, and it dissipates as he's giving some healing towards Aziraphale.
Mirror image. No?
Nope. The gray owl lands on the tabaxi's shoulder, and the tabaxi continues. I use the guise of Proudfeather as a way to get myself around here, but my actual name is Eclipse.
Nice. Cool name. So wait.
I am a member of the Harpers and the Moonstars, working as a double agent in the Black Network to keep my eye on Monsoon or Laurel Silverhand. She has become very interested in your careers, as have I. I wish to help you. I wish to help you grow as I've done with others in the past. You see, Monsoon has become interested in these 2 drow that have come into the possession of yourselves and that other warforged, Fandolin. He wishes to see what the Web Empress and the Night King are working on. And the Open Lord does not like this. So, I have a proposition for you all. I understand that there are 2. One is a little more connected than the other, no?
That's fair to say.
Yeah. I will give you, what is his name, Jorlan. I'll give you Jorlan. I will take Doru to Monsoon. And maybe Monsoon probably will not appreciate that this agent will not give him very much information, but I have done my job. But I want you to take Jorlan to Waterdeep. And when the time is right, you can meet me at the Yawning Tavern. I will procure the payment for delivering Jorlan, and I will take him from there. So I will take a boat from Neverwinter and meet you in Waterdeep when you arrive. Just look me up. I go by the name of Proudfeather everywhere. I'm more than happy to help.
was the Sunday one.
Okay with it.
Same.
Do we remember? Did Herlov make a promise to get both of the drow, or just to deliver the drow to? Because we're supposed to deliver the drow to Laurel Silverhand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he's aware. He knows that's exactly who we're taking it to, because he's saying he works for her.
Yes.
Do we know if Laurel Silverhand knows we're bringing one or two?
I've already communicated with her this plan.
Well, I guess the only thing I would ask is, if you do get any information about the plans, then maybe you would keep in touch with us, and perhaps why do I forget the character's name now? After all we've known them since the beginning, I can't remember the name now.
Phil.
Her.
No, Phil.
Okay.
Yeah. She has her own ties to this situation, and she would like to know. I'm sure she would appreciate some.
If I have any more information, I will be sure to share it with you all. I might be calling on your aid in the future to undergo some gathering of informations to inquire about other peculiar entities in the future under the name of the Harpers, and hopefully I can set up a meeting with you and Laurel Silverhand. She is quite busy being open for the Waterdeep at this time. Well, if you want, you can stay here. I understand that you are on your way to Wungon to procure a ship. You can stay here if you want. You can make your camp, and I will be off in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
I mind chilling out now that we know that you're not just gonna kill us.
Possibly.
Never my intention to kill you. I just, sometimes you just need to show that you are the best.
Anything else you guys would like to do before you take your long rest and head out to the...
I sit my talking doll right at the foot of where I'm sleeping. That's all I'm gonna do.
I just want to have my snuggle beast. That's all.
Heck yeah. I'm hugging my snuggle beast too.
Eclipse goes into, disappears into the wagon, and for the rest of the night we don't see or hear anything else.
There's no horses.
No horses.
I need with a card.
Are the magical for this one is that doesn't need horses?
Out of everything that's happened, is that really the only thing you're questioning?
No, there's a
right
lot I'm
now?
questioning.
Or-
But I'm trying to see if he tries leaving us in the middle of the night. Does he need horses? Or is he just going to just go off?
Hear me out.
I don't think he needs any horses.
These horses have slippers on them. Boom. Just solved the case.
What?
No horse sounds.
There's no horses in all of them.
When
We
they
heard them.
left.
When they
Maybe
left.
they're invisible horses with slippers.
I'm pretty sure we heard the horses when he left.
Yeah, we
Go
were
try
both-
We
petting
heard
the
them, we
invisible
just didn't see
horses.
them.
Gladly, if you could point me to it.
It's right over there.
Okay, I'm gonna go off and pet an invisible horse,
Do it.
wherever that may entail.
There are no horses.
Okay.
No horse, nothing tied up to the wagon.
Hey guys, I don't feel any horses
No, it's
around.
just right over there.
So it's
Oh,
just
okay.
him just doing this the whole time.
Hold on.
Don't approach them from behind.
Matt, they really do not like you. They keep on going around.
Jeez, so close.
You all take your perspective watches. You bed down for the night. You can take your long rest. In the morning, you get up and Eclipse comes out with some prepared meals for you all.
Can I still attune to the Enigma Codex?
Yes. Yes. During your night's rest, Aziraphale, you have a nightmare with multicolored, multi-sized eyeballs just popping out within the ether, this darkness. One large central eye pops out in front of you, and a toothy needle teeth, toothy maw opens up, and it begins to swallow you. You wake up in a cold sweat and attempt to get back to sleep. It's a rough night as you continue to have nightmare after nightmare.
That's the best I've had in days.
Morning, you're given some meals, and Jorlin is brought out to you, and he has some manacles on. But they look kind of like an arcane, magical, they look ethereal in nature. He hands Jorlin over to you, and then Eclipse bids you adieu. He gets on top of the wagon, and you hear him say, "Dubash," and a ethereal force forms on
Go pet it quickly
within the wagon, and then forms into this black horse.
I throw myself to the black horse.
We never saw him again.
Eclipse turns the wagon around and goes out towards the high road as you all make your way towards Leylon. Alright, how you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good. How about you?
We gotta get
Pretty good. Time-wise.
Oh, yep.
It looks familiar.
Time-wise, let's see.
You make it all to Leylon.
10. You guys call
I got about an hour.
Why is
Only Fudge does.
Fudge is in the middle of the...
Yep.
We're going swimming, everyone!
It's the beach episode.
I will take a quick.
As you make it to, as you make it out towards Leylon,
I'm just put in.
you inquire about some ship's captains. And there are 2 ship's captains that can take you to Waterdeep. One of them is a white dragonborn named Christoffen. Captain Christoffen of the Ice Flow. The other one is Captain Stanzentar of the Dancing Delight. And Tugal and Tulah recognize this captain as she was the one who brought them over from Cholt. And she is looking for passengers to get to Waterdeep.
Do we run into Phil?
You trust her.
Yeah, how's Dill doing?
She's nice. She's a nice man.
No, I'm not changing my form.
I'd like to go with the Dragonbone.
I don't know. The Dancing Delight, superb. I mean, best in class.
Is the Dragonborn even going to Waterdeep?
Dragonbone, are you going to Waterdeep?
Wow, I'm pretty sure he has a name.
Oh wow.
The 2 captains, you can request request a meeting with them if you would like to. It's gonna take a couple hours for them to get in by rowboat, as their ships are out farther into the bay.
I'm telling you, the Dancing Delight. It's a really nice ship.
Captain Stanzentar is, in fact, a female tabaxi.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Hard to say. I'm a weird tabaxi.
All he has to do is start with the letter T, and you're like, oh!
And I think what we'll do is you request that the captains, as the captains meet you guys. We'll go ahead and pick that up next week.
Okay.
You can run into Phil next week.
Woo!
Phil.
I get the following.
Hey, Phil, you want to go on a boat ride?
And Aziraphale, if you wanted to look for Gwen and Arn of the Order of the Silver Hand, they are in Leylon as of
Yes.
During your day in Leylon, eventually Durfrost finds you.
Wow.
Oh, is he coming along? Did he...
He did mention that he wanted to come along to
Oh,
Waterdeep.
no, that's right.
Yeah, he did at the bar at the tavern.
We didn't forget
said he wanted to
you.
come.
And he finds you all and says,
You guys kind of disappeared on me last night.
Sorry.
Oh, we were in a
We
rush
were
last
in a
night. We're
really
really
big
sorry.
hurry.
Yeah, someone made off with the prisoners, so...
I heard Peliel told me, but maybe I
say goodbye to him.
It's a ride to Waterdeep.
I go and give him a hug as he saw it.
Thanks for Miss
Hey, come along with us. I can introduce you to Phil. As you know, he has 8 kids. Pretty sure he has 8 kids.
well, that'll be it for tonight. Excited for next week.
Yeah,
Pick this up.
I think it will be a little easier setup next week because we know what to go through now.
Yeah.
Yeah, streaming.
And transferring, export all the stuff over.
Yeah.
Or just set it up on.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a process.
But cool. You all have a good night, and we will catch you all later. Stay safe out there. Stay
Bye.
safe and healthy.
Stay safe.
I wasn't
Eat your
yawning.
drugs. Go to your vegetables.
What?
What?
No.
Wow.
Are you sure the bloody nose
Don't-
wasn't from the dry...
You don't do school? I'm sorry, who are you people?
We lost it.
Red Marsh
We
says
lost
goodnight.
it.
Apparently, that's the sign up that
Yeah.
we get with this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Give drugs.
Goodbye.
No, I said eat drugs.
Eat
Don't-
drugs.
Go to
And
vegetables.
so-
We're doing
Yeah,
so
okay,
good.
we're going to end it there.
Go-
Goodbye.
Good night,
Goodbye. Good
everybody.
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.